getting set for this big game in Class A action. And making a very respectful records. And this should be a good duel between the Trojans and the Red Riots.
Both teams are 2-1 on the year so far. This ought to be an important game. I talked to South Poland coach Dave Mason, and he said that both teams should be matched up pretty equally, so this could count down the road for Heel Point. South Poland taking a throw in.
Again, as soccer continues to grow in the state of Maine, we see a lot of contests now moving to the football field, under the lights, and in the stadiums, and it's great to see. Of course, boys soccer growing in that aspect. So are the girls, and tonight we got a good one for you with South Poland Thorn Academy. Kevin, we were here last year, not at this field, but over at Gearing, and what an exciting contest we witnessed last year. And I tell you, I haven't done many soccer games, but that was a great one to cover, and it was a lot of fun, and I was thoroughly impressed when I left Gearing High School and Thorn Academy coming away with that big victory last season.
It's always fun watching soccer in football stadiums under the lights. The parents can come, the kids can come and have fun. So it's always fun to watch soccer in the stadiums at night.
South Poland on the attack, the drive in. Bo Teal heads it out of bounds. It'll be a corner kick for the Red Riots. Opening moments, first half, South Portland against Thornton Academy. You'll catch the wind in our microphones tonight. A breezy evening. We have had some incredible weather the last 2 or 3 days. Late summer and temperatures in the 80s during the day, but the wind has been prevalent, and it is tonight. Thornton Academy bounces it away. South Poland controls. Tara Millette, number 2, kicks it across. Headed in, across for number 4, Kristen Welch. Welch rolls it in on Goodwin, and Goodwin will boom it away. Good kick with the wind at her back, and she rolls it out to near midfield where it's headed back, and then kicked back in by the Trojans. South Poland so far maintaining the field advantage in the opening moments of this struggle.
Amanda Brewer making a run upfield, but so far, as you said, South Portland dominating play, and Thornton can't do anything with that run upfield.
Sherman with a throw-in. It's in for Saucier. Back for Sherman. Now in the middle for Latikakis.
Watch number 7 for Thornton Academy, Jamie Latikakis. 3 contests already. She has 8 goals. She's probably one of the best in SMA.
4 in the last one. 4 goals in 1 game. That's quite amazing in soccer for anybody. A rush in for Kristen Welch. Welch trying to move it on in and kick back out. Controlled again by Edwards.
Dangerous opportunity.
O'Teal able to boom it out and give a little bit of breathing room for Goodwin. And now the pop fly comes in. Offside. Offside call as Lynn Goodwin makes the catch and rolls it back out. Now maybe you could explain for me, Kevin, the goaltending change. Amy Thibault last year, of course, and Goodwin was a defensive player. Now she's moved into the net.
Amy Thibault got hurt twice this year. She had suffered bruised ribs, healed from that, and then broke her finger. So she's going to be out for a couple more weeks. Hopefully she'll make the return and Lynn can move back into the defense. She's such a dominating player with her size.
I was going to say, she's a great player to use in the nets as a goalkeeper because of her size and her mobility, but Coach Nason would like to get her back on defense. Another throw in for South Poland.
South Poland still dominating play. Thornton struggling a little bit. Let's see if they can get their act together and play as a team and make some offensive moves.
All the action has been in Thornton's end. Trojans have yet to penetrate the Red Riots' offensive side. And the throw-in for Thornton Academy, a long throw-in, but errant. And South Portland tries to kick it back in and knocked out of bounds, and the Trojans will have yet another throw-in. Throw-in looking for Saucier down the right side. She can't contain, and it's kicked out of there high and away by the Red Riots. Ball at midfield, a couple of headers in a row, and it's loose, and Robers kicks it up the sideline. And now it's Sherman trying to get something going for Thornton Academy.
Good pressure there by Kristen Sherman. Let's see if we can see an offensive opportunity here. Thornton just doesn't look ready for this South Portland team. They're just making errant passes and not moving the ball anywhere. Let's see if they can pick it up and hit Jamie Latakakis in the middle.
As you said, both teams 2-1. A critical game for both teams early on in the season.
As a coach, I always preach to my players, win every game. A lot of teams wait till the end of the season to win the big one, and they lose the big one, and they end up getting knocked out of the playoffs. As you said, this is a big one. Every game's worth points, and these both teams could be pretty equal in the heel point standings, so whoever wins this could move themselves into the playoffs. Number 7, Jamie Latakakis
in front. She's loose.
Oh,
she
shot it over.
Wow, a great opportunity coming out of nowhere. And Latakakis roamed in front free and had a good kick at it. And it's not too often she's going to miss those from that close in.
She's such a dangerous player. As she gets going into this game, if South Portland gives her those opportunities, she'll convert. I asked Coach Mason if he would put 2 people on Jamie Latakakis, which is prevalent when you're a really high-scoring player. But he said no, he'd just mark her like any other player. I was very surprised.
South Portland on the rush. The ball still free. A kick in and goal kick wide of the net. Great rush on that left-hand side by Kara Millett. Millett, number 2, rushing down the left side and getting a kick, but just a little bit wide of the net, hitting off the side of the mesh. Back to midfield, so Portland trying to kick it back in on Thornton. Controlled there by 19, Jen Mulkerin. Down the left side again for Millett. Millett, another kick, and that one's in the net. What a beautiful kick.
Bolton came out awful flat, and maybe this will set their spirits afire and put some in the goals. They can't let that ball keep on going through that defense, or there's going to be more goals for South Portland. Thornton Academy has to pick up the pace here.
Kara Millett, a junior halfback, had one nice rush, missed just to the left side, catching the mesh on the short post. This time she lobbed it up over Goodwin, and the wind and the angle of the ball, a little bit of spin on it, dropped it right down into the right corner. A beautiful kick, and South Portland goes on top with 33:03 to play in the first half. The Red Riots 1, Trojans nothing. You're watching North Academy Girls Soccer on CTV 30. Jay Harper and Kevin Harvey along with you, as Thornton now, led by Latakakis, tries to move in on the Red Riots. Latakakis up the middle, gets a little bit of kick, and a good save over there by the Red Riots. Back up the side, goes off a South Portland player via throw-in for Thornton. Saucier will take it. Actually, she'll leave it down and she won't take it.
A direct free kick for Thornton Academy. I didn't see the penalty.
Kicked in, loose.
That was a charge on Thornton Academy by, I believe, Tracy Saucier. South Portland offensive attack.
Good one way out of the net. And it goes wide as, again, Millett with a rush down that left side. And
Corner kick for South Portland. Nope, this will be a indirect free kick. It must touch another player before it can go into the net.
touched and then boomed in, and it goes wide of the net and out of play. With the Thornton Academy's kick upfield, trailing 1-0 here in the first half. Carrie Bollier will kick it away for Thornton Academy. Low lining kick headed by South Portland, but upfield it goes.
Jamie Latakakis has such great footwork.
Latakakis trying to dance around the opposing Red Riot defender. Loses it out of bounds. The South Portland throw-in.
Amanda Bruin checking into the game for Thornton Academy, replacing Maggie Welch.
Jen Roberge with the throw-in. Upfield, broken up by South Portland. Mickey Motiel with a little bit of a head. South Portland able to kick it back in Thornton's zone. Deep penetration. Bowyer trying to work it out of there. Loose. And it comes free to Thornton Academy. But South Portland again with a kick in.
Offside. Number 4 from South Portland.
Called on Kristen Welch. And again, Bowyer will kick it away. Throw in for Roberge. Thornton Academy, again, pinned in their own zone for most of the first half to this point. That ball kicked high and out of bounds, and again, Thornton Academy will have a throw-in, and the sophomore Jen Roberge will take it along the sidelines. Looking upfield for Latikakis. Hold called on South Portland, so free kick, and Roberge booms it in quickly before South Portland has a chance to react defensively, but actually before Thornton really has a chance to react offensively.
Very dangerous play.
Kristen Welch taking a swing at it and kicking Thornton Academy player.
I believe it's Jenny Bogus.
Can't get a number at this point. Bogus down on the field. Referee's talking to her. I believe it's just a momentarily painful situation for Jen Bogus. And I don't think it's anything too serious at this point, but they're now looking at her ankle. Talking about Latikakis and her outstanding effort the other day with 4 goals, leading Thornton Academy to a victory. And besides covering all of Thornton Academy's action, football, soccer, and whatnot, you can also tune into All Sports 1440. AM 1440 out of Portland. We have a high school sports forum that I'm hosting Sunday mornings 11 to 12:45, and we run down all the scores from the week, highlight the outstanding players of the week, and I'm sure you'll hear Jamie Latikakis' name this week on our show. And just like to remind all Thornton Academy players to tune into this, to tune in and hopefully call in. That's what makes the show worthwhile and work for everyone, is to get the call in from the high school students, student athletes, student fans, and just anybody out there that enjoys high school athletics. Of course, also covering South Portland High School football and Thornton Academy. Interesting week for myself, Kevin, because we got Thornton, South Portland, and girls here, and I've been at George Martin Memorial Field a couple of times already this year, and have a chance now, and of course this weekend, Thornton Academy, South Portland in football, and that's a big one for both.
It's a big one,
especially for South Portland now at 1-1. If they lose that, fall 1-2 with Cheverus, Edward Little, and Biddeford still coming up in their schedule, there could be in trouble. And of course, for Thornton Academy, wanting to go undefeated in that big matchup at the end of the season.
breakaway.
Latikakis trying to get there, and it's kicked out of bounds smartly by Brett Perrone. Perrone knocks it out of bounds. It'll be a corner kick for Thornton Academy. And the South Portland Thornton game, again, this Saturday, we'll be simulcasting that one for AM 1440, all sports, and also for CTV 30. It'll be an interesting one. And of course, Thornton's still the favorite in that one, but don't take the Red Riots lightly.
Goal kick called.
Boomed right out of bounds by the Red Riots, so Thornton will have a nice throw-in. Roberge seems to handle all the ones on the sideline. It was short throw-in this time for Saucier. Headed up, and Saucier tries to contain it. Goes out of bounds, and Thornton will have another toss in from the left sideline. Trailing 1-0, 27:20 to play first half.
I'd like to congratulate the Thornton Academy boys team and first-year coach Jen Martin for their fine victory over Cheverus High School. Coach Davis's first one as a boys coach. Sophomores Brian Bufard and Jamie Waterhouse had 3 goals for Thornton Academy, so there is a good future coming up for Thornton Academy boys soccer.
They each had 3 goals?
They each had, no, sorry, excuse me. Brian Bufard had 2 and Jamie Waterhouse had 1.
Okay. Davis, first-year coach. A woman coaching boys soccer. Quite exciting, and Thornton trying to get things going for the boys team. Goodwin way out of the net. She dives out and makes the play. Bumped into no call. Goodwin now will punt it away. Get up for the win. You can get a long roll. Nice head out of there by Latikakis. Stopped over by number 20, Perrone. And now Latikakis and Perrone do battle on the right sideline. Goes out of bounds. It'll be a South Portland throw-in.
If I was the South Portland coach right now, I'd be hoping for another goal. I believe it's only going to be a matter of time before Thornton Academy puts one in the net.
So far, a little stale on offense. One good shot attempt by Latikakis. She fired high over the net. Kick off to the left side, and we believe the goalkeeper for South Portland's name, Lisa Hodge. We have to confirm that at halftime. We don't have, of course, numbers for the goalkeepers, and we're not sure at this point who it is in the net for the Red Riots. South Portland again up that left sideline. That's been their favorite place to invade Thornton territory. It goes out of bounds and will be a throw-in. South Portland in the white, Thornton Academy in all maroon. They trail 1-0. Saucier with a good kick upfield. Canan trying to do something with it. She had some room if she could have got a hold of it. Kicked out of there by Roberge up the sideline, and it's Latikakis rushing the right side. Stops, tricky dribbles through. Still on the move. A lot of room now as she breaks in. Here she comes in on Hodge. A kick. She's tripped from behind.
From behind, we're going to have a penalty kick.
I certainly would think so.
Penalty kick.
Latikakis with an amazing rush, and anyone who watches, of course, Thornton soccer knows to expect those kind of rushes from Latikakis. She's down on the field now feeling pain, and this could be a huge blow to Coach Scott Nason. Latikakis.
I'm pretty sure she's all right. She just got kicked. She's a tough athlete. She'll be back.
Well, she's still down, and it doesn't look pretty at this point. Just seems to grow, the pain. And Latikakis down, rolling, trying to shake off the injury. And she's got a penalty shot lying some 10 yards away from goalkeeper Lisa Hodge. And what a great rush by Latikakis. Again, down that sideline. If she hadn't been interrupted from behind, she would have had a free shot in.
She's so dangerous. She can just beat defenders left and right and take it to goal.
Now she's up and walking off, as you said, but she won't be able to take the penalty shot now.
No, she won't be. Tracy Saucier will be taking the penalty kick for Thornton.
Now, how much of a difference is that between Saucier and Latikakis? Obviously, you'd rather have Latikakis, but how is Saucier as an offensive person?
Tracy Saucier is such a great athlete. She controls the middle of the field better than probably anyone I've seen. She can control the midfield. She's fast. She knows where the ball should be placed when passed. She's not as, I shouldn't say not as good as Latikakis, but she can do the job also.
And now Saucier on Hodge. Penalty kick. Shot. Score! Gets the left corner. And the Trojans have tied it with 25:01 to play in the first half. She picked that left corner on Hodge, and she boomed it just inside the post. And a beautiful shot. There was nothing Lisa Hodge could do about that one. You're a goalkeeper. There's nothing you can do about a shot like that. So placed perfectly.
On a penalty kick, they teach keepers to take a guess and jump for a corner and hope for the best. There, she didn't have any chance. Nice goal by Tracy Saucier. Credit Jamie Latikakis for that one.
Jamie trying to run it off down on the track below. I don't think it'll be too long before she's back in. And as you just said, Kevin, South Portland certainly was looking for another goal because you felt Thornton was just a matter of moments away, and you proved exactly correct in your prediction because Thornton Academy only 2 minutes from that. Get on the board. It's 1-1. Thornton, South Portland.
They need to get Jamie Latikakis back in the game. She's just such a control player. With her, you never know when you're going to have an offensive attack. The ball could be back in their half, a long kick, and she's going to goal. So they need to get her back in. I wouldn't be surprised if Coach Nason doesn't put her right back in.
Throw in for South Portland on the far sideline. out by Roberge, back out of bounds. It'll be another throw-in for the Red Riots. Thornton Academy, of course, last year, right there, so close to making the playoffs. Very disappointing for Coach Nason and their team last year. They really played outstanding and came within heel points, percentage points of making the playoffs. Now this year, second year as a varsity program, just loaded with underclass talent. 4 seniors, 10 juniors, and 4 sophomores. You know this team is a young team and still a team of the future. And hopefully they're going to be right in the thick of things in the playoffs this year. But if not, you look at next year and they're going to be right back here.
Thornton was very disappointed. They had a 9-5 record, and I believe they missed the playoffs by 1/1000 of a point. So they were really upset, and they're out on a vengeance now. Thornton's trying to become one of the premier girls soccer programs in the state. I know Coach Nason can bring that upon them, but they need to win games, and they need to have more than a Jamie Ladakakis. Let's hope that they can build more than one Jamie Ladakakis for the future. Pass to Kristen Sherman from Sarah Cooper.
Out of bounds, a throw in for South Portland. Lights starts to come on now as the wind picks up, clouds roll in, and it's cooling off quite a bit here in South Portland. And the Red Riots have had a lot of problems with their lights over the last 4 or 5 years. We had a light outage in our first game that I covered, Lawrence South Portland football, and we had to wait 15 minutes. When I was here in 1989, South Portland Thornton football, lights went out again, so hopefully no problems tonight, creating any long delays.
Thornton starting to put the pressure on South Portland.
Play has shifted towards South Portland's end. Now South Portland on a rush. Bolia on defense, and she breaks up the bid of number 22 for South Portland. Now we have 3 substitutions for the Red Riots.
Nice turn by Tracy Saucier. Too bad she couldn't keep it in. South Portland throwing.
Again on that sideline, out of bounds. It'll be Thornton Academy toss in. Score tied 1-1, 21-26 to play first half.
Jamie Ladakakis checking in. I knew it wouldn't be long before she came back.
A 4-minute breather for Ms. Ladakakis. And a good play as they kick it back to Goodwin, and Goodwin punts it away. A nice high kick. It's loose for Sarah Cooper. Cooper up the middle, rolls it down that sideline looking for Ladakakis. She's in a race with number 9 for the Red Riots, and it goes out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for Thornton. Roberge in for Saucier. Saucier trying to boom it. It goes out of bounds again off South Portland. And the ball girl on that sideline has to chase 2 balls, not knowing which one to go after. And now gets it back in for Jen Roberge. And the sophomore will again throw it in along the ground for Ladakakis and right back out of bounds. Keeping that girl busy over there after the soccer balls. Back for Saucier. Saucier with some room. Kick partially deflected, still loose in the middle. Thornton Academy with a chance. Kicked up, high pop-up, and it'll go over the end line. It'll be a kick-in for the Red Riots.
A little miscommunication with Thornton there. A couple of people running at the ball. If they would have spread out, someone would probably would have had a better offensive opportunity there.
Rolling up the left sideline, near sideline, and goes out of bounds. Roberge again on the sideline, tossing it back in. Collision down on the field, but no call. And bumped in with number 20, Brett Perone. Thornton still keeping the action in South Portland zone.
Dangerous play, South Portland, indirect free kick.
See who will take it for Thornton Academy. It'll be 24, Sarah Cooper, another sophomore. Moves it across, good position, but headed out of there alertly by the Red Riots. In the corner, Sarah Petrin with it. Up the sideline, Latikakis trying to keep it in. Ball still in play, so Pullen able to take it over and then kick it out of bounds. Latikakis will take a throw in. Throws it, looking in. Latikakis with some room along that right sideline, kicks in the middle. Looking for Sherman. Sherman unable to contain it. Goes past the end line, another kick for the Red Riots. Now, could the goalie kick it in that instance? Punt it away? Or do they have to put it down and let a player kick it?
On a goal kick situation?
Yeah.
Now the ball has to be played on the goal line, which is a six yard area. And it has to be kicked from that spot. It's a new rule change this year. Once the ball goes past the goal line, they can place it anywhere in the goal area and take a goal kick.
Rather than the goalie, when they make the save, they punt it away. Okay.
Yep.
Down to 17 minutes, 50 seconds to play. First half, running time, 40 minutes per half. Going South Portland deadlocked at 1. The Red Riots on the move, their best threat in a long time. A nice move by Millett, and a good up play by the Trojans. Goodwin with a kick out. Bouncing upfield. And it's still loose. Kicked out of there by Thornton Academy. Nice play by Saucier. Down along the zone. Thornton trying to work it. Latikakis tries to chase it down. Focus out of bounds. Great hustle, but to no avail. It goes out, and South Portland a throw in. Just one of the 5 broadcasts we'll bring you of Thornton Academy Girls Soccer. Thank all our sponsors for helping make this possible. Broken up by the Red Riots, so chances they break in. Bolia trying to contain it. Kicks it right back to South Portland. Dangerous play. And now it's loose on the field. Bolia able to come up and boom it out of bounds. Good play, Kerry Bolia. Good resiliency there. And she nearly turned it over, but stayed with it and able to get it out of bounds.
Scary play there. When you're on defense, you never want to kick the ball back in the middle. Usually that's where your opponent is standing waiting for the ball. She did it there, and luckily the ball didn't get turned over like you said and shot back into the goal. South Portland on attack now, long lost kick.
And a good attempt over there by Kristen Welch as Millett put that up in the air. She scored South Portland's first goal.
Those high lofts are so hard to judge for the goalkeepers. They usually have backspin on it. You just don't know when it's going to come down.
Jen Roberge gets a well-deserved break. In comes number 10, Sandy McDonald for Thornton Academy. Kick out by Bolia, a good kick. The head attempt is missed by both South Portland and Thornton Academy. Bolia trying to do some work with it. Cooper looking for it, and South Portland able to kick it back in on Thornton.
Offside call.
So Portland has committed the offside mistake a couple of times and cost them an offensive chance. Good head by Jen Mulkerin. And now it's loose on the field. A rush for South Portland. A good kick in, and Goodwin with a good save on Stacey Edwards' attempt. Edwards, the sophomore striker, had a nice bid.
Push from Courtney Canaan on the South Portland player. Results in a direct free kick.
Canaan had an outstanding performance last year when we covered Thornton near matchup. Nice kick in. And loose down below. Looks like Millett trying to keep it in the goal line, and again just catching that left side of the net. Last time she did that, she came right back within a minute and scored South Portland's first and only goal. As, again, we're tied at 1, 14:25 to play first half. South Portland Red Riots versus the Thorne Academy Golden Trojans. Ladies soccer action in the FMAA. Jay Harper and Kevin Harvey with you. Glad you could be with us. Thorne Academy 2-1, South Portland 2-1. Both teams on the verge of the playoffs, and of course Thornton only in their second year of a varsity program, and they are exciting and have a lot of potential. Ladakake is trying to control it, and she gets a throw in, looking for Saucier. She gets it to Saucier. Saucier trying to look back for Ladakake. It's on that right side, and South Portland will smartly just play it out of bounds, not deal with Ladakake on the loose.
This is where Jamie Ladakakis is most deadly. She likes those quick breakaways. When she's crowded, she can't dribble, so she's really ineffective. When she gets these breakaways, that's when you gotta watch her.
Ladakake is only a junior, and she won the game last year against Deering, didn't she? On the great rush on the left side, wasn't it her?
I believe so.
I'm pretty sure.
If she didn't score the goal, then she at least assisted on it.
I think she had 2 brilliant rushes and scored, I think, one of the 2 final goals that brought Thornton back from a 1-goal deficit to win it. She's only a junior. The seniors on the roster are Missy Roberge, Sarah Petrin, Jill Garland, and Lynn Goodwin. The rest of the squad you see out here participating, juniors and sophomores. Thornton Academy's JV squad lost earlier in the evening, 2-1 to South Portland, fall to 2-2 on the season. Again, the ball challenge on that right side keeps going out. Now South Portland with a free throw in.
Coach Mason telling his his players to push up. They're bunched up in the defense, and they can't get out for that quick attack.
We have Coach Mason of South Portland and Coach Mason of Thornton Academy. Easy for you to say. Mason and Mason. When you're saying that, I'm thinking to myself, wait a minute. I thought...
It's also their second year as head coaches of their respective schools.
Well, there you go. Dave Mason, not to no longer talking this evening. Maybe it's the cool weather that's blowing in. But not the Dave Mason that played with Traffic and many other greats. One of the fine rock and rollers of all time. But the Dave Mason of South Portland soccer against Scott Mason, Thornton Academy.
And ball committed by Sarah Cooper. South Portland looking to take a quick counterattack.
Can't blame her there. That ball's coming at her face, and she just put the hand up.
That's a natural tendency in any sport to put your hand in front of your face if you're about to get one.
Welch down the right side, doing battle over there. And a bump, no call. Welch still with it, kicks it out. And a free kick in. And a head attempt almost for the Red Riots. Great effort by South Portland. South Portland must be using a lot of JV players because we have a lot of players down below with numbers that we don't have referenced in our roster. So, again, all we can give you is the number. And Bowyer with a line drive kick. And it's free in the middle. Kick back in, and Goodwin will chase after it, roaming way out of the net, and grabs a hold of it and able to maintain possession. And she'll now get a chance to kick it away. Loops it up the sideline and boom, right back down the right side. And again, Welch, this time with Motil. Motil with a steal. Working against the Red Riots. Again, a lot of bumping, shoving. No calls from the officiating crew. Now Cooper with a nice move. She's got some room. Looking up the side and not able to connect with number 13 for Thornton Academy, Jill Garland. South Portland kicks it back in. Goodwin comes out of the net. Fields it. Takes a little bump. And kicks it away. This time a lofty kick with a lot of wind behind it. Chance for Thornton Academy. Ladakakis booms it downfield. Garland giving chase. Trying to maintain it is Jessie LaCourse of South Poland. She has it on the sideline. In trouble and kicks it out of bounds. So Thornton now back on the offensive. 9:20 to play. First half. Thornton Academy 1, South Portland 1. The Red Riots broke on the scoreboard first with Kara Millette rushing down the left side and placing a perfect shot over the head of Lynn Goodwin into the far corner. Ball rolls in on Hodge, but she scoops it up. And then after a sensational Jamie Ladakakis rush up the far side and a penalty against South Portland, the penalty kick taken by Tracy Saucier after the slight injury to Ladakakis. You see her with the ball down below. Great move, and here she comes. Trying to get by one final defender on the left side, still free. Here she comes. Shot! Score!
Like I said, she's dangerous on those breakaways. She beat 2 defenders, then the goalie. South Portland's got to be a little bit more cautious of number 7 from Thornton Academy.
My goodness. She is brilliant. And what a thrill to watch. Ladakakis with all kinds of moves. I never was a big soccer fan, but yet there was one man that I got to watch, of course, that just about everyone who's ever been associated with soccer knows the name of, and that's Pele. I'll tell you what, she cut some moves that remind me of him. Unbelievable. You just love seeing that. We covered Thornton boys soccer last year in the Biddeford Thornton game, and they just kick back and forth, more of a track match. Ladakakis controls the ball so well. To me, that's soccer the way it's supposed to be played. These personal rushes and great individual moves. She tricky dribbled around one defender, then rushed by the other one, and then that little, she knew that's all she had to do is get it to that far corner. Didn't put much on it, but enough to cross the goal line. And Ladakakis has Thornton Academy on top 2-1. In front, and Motiel booms it away. Good play by Nikki Motiel.
South Portland looking for a counter-attack. Broken up by Chrissy Bolia. Jamie Ladakakis is so dangerous in that situation. Like I said before, you put 3 people in front of her and she can't dribble, but if she has that open space and can beat the defenders, boy, I wouldn't want to be the goalie in front of her.
Loose in front, Goodwin out to make the save. She'll now get to punch it away for Thornton Academy. 7:25 to play first half. The Lady Trojans now on top 2-1. After trailing 1-0, Ladakakis has been the reason why they lead 2-1. Saucier has the first goal on a penalty kick created by the great rush of Ladakakis. And now Jamie Ladakakis finishes off her brilliant rush and scores against Hodge to give Thornton Academy the 2-1 lead.
Coach Mason of South Portland said that he was not going to key on Jamie Ladakakis. Maybe a mistake on his part. She's such, right there showed her great skill.
Unbelievable.
Gets up, makes a great pass. That's Jamie Ladakakis.
Anybody who loves sports and doesn't appreciate that, there's something seriously wrong. The girl is a brilliant athlete.
Let's see if Coach Mason will mark up Jamie Ladakakis in the second half, try to control the game. Although I don't know if anyone can mark Jamie Ladakakis.
Motiel bumping with Edwards, and now Edwards and Motiel battling. Motiel winning the battle, getting it upfield for Ladakakis, now into the middle of the field. Rushing hard is Saucier. And it's back towards Thornton zone. Nice kick out of there. Roberge kicks it out. Buffalo will have the throw-in at midfield. Throw-in loose. Cooper looks for it and kick towards midfield. And South Portland with a kick back for Millett down that side. She's dangerous. That's how she scored her first goal. Here she comes. And she scored from the same area, still rushing. Great kick. Guess what? Exactly the same.
Exactly the same. So it must learn from their mistakes and hold that girl down on that wing. They're letting her cut in, and she does magic with that ball on that wing. That's almost an impossible angle. She must be curving that ball right into the goal.
She is. She's putting the spin on it and creating the curve. And Goodwin, again, just a little fool, unable to make a real serious attempt at saving that ball. But you would have to really blame the defense. There was two Thornton defenders over there, and they just gave Millett too much room.
Blame the defenders, but that must have been a heck of a shot to get over 6 foot whatever and Lynn Goodwin's head. We're having a battle tonight between South Portland and Thornton Academy.
And more precisely between Ladakakis and Millett. The two outstanding players for each side. Millett has both goals, and Ladakakis has been the reason Thornton has scored both goals.
Someone else at Thornton Academy is going to have to step up. Sooner or later, one of the coaches is going to correct the problem by putting someone right on that player, and someone else will have to step up.
So Portland again inside Thornton zone, threatening. Ball loose, kicked up, and almost an extra point, just wide left. We're down to 4:50 to play. First half, 2-2 our score. South Portland and Thornton Academy. Jay Harper and Kevin Harvey bringing you tonight's action. Camera crew, Mark Cantor and Steve Pullen. Steve, a new addition to CTV 30, up here assisting on a breezy late summer night.
This is great soccer weather. Not too cold, not too hot, although it was pretty warm during the day.
Yeah,
Cooled off nicely.
I preferred that 80-degree stuff that we had. Definitely cooling off in gigantic proportions here. And
When you're running on the field, you don't like that 80-degree humid air.
yeah, but we're not playing. They're young. They're in shape. They can deal with it.
Oh,
I didn't even bring a jacket. Working hard over there for Thornton is Sarah Petrin. And the call. Corner kick for Thornton Academy. Chance for the Lady Trojans with that score tied at 2. Nice kick in the middle. And a great defensive play by goalkeeper Lisa Hodge. And she booms it out of there with a lefty kick, but
she's having a tough time tonight.
exactly.
Repeatedly just kicking the ball out of bounds.
A lot of leg, but she's getting it to the angles, and it'd be great if you're inside your 40-yard line and you're a punter on the football field to angle it out of bounds, but now when you're a goalkeeper and you want to get it upfield to your offense. Fielded again by Hodge, and she'll take another run at it. Now she'll put it down.
That's a new rule.
And broken up in there. Nice chance for Kristen Sherman, but she kicks it in the middle to nobody. Kristen just a little over anxious. She really should have surveyed her offensive chance a little bit more.
Little nerves come into effect when you get a ball inside the penalty area. Someone's coming after you full speed. You're looking to make a great cross, and sometimes you just get a little nervous and just kick it.
Petrin kicks it up the right side. And South Portland misses the chance, and it'll be a throw in, I guess, for the Red Riot. Motiel with a good kick, back in. Thornton trying to maintain a good kick. Looking down the sideline for Sherman. Sherman boots it back inside. Still loose. Sherman doing battle. Working hard with the ball. Kicks it in. It's loose. She's got another chance. And it's kicked out of bounds by the Red Riot.
Thornton really putting on the pressure in the last 2 minutes.
Good aggressive fight there by number 4, Kristen Sherman. She showed herself very positive on that one and not saying die and almost coming up with a good chance in on goalkeeper Lisa Hodge. Our first maybe erroneous call of the night. Ford Academy faithful looking for a TA throw-in. They gave it to South Portland, and the officials heard it from the visiting crowd.
Well, as an official myself, referees are human also. They make mistakes.
Bolia kicks out of bounds. Another throw-in for South Portland, down to a minute to play as Coach Mason makes a change for the Red Riots. Clock ticks. And we've had an exciting 2-2 first half. That should be red, and it is. Robers with a long throw and up the sideline. The ball loose. So Fulton able to cover up and kick it back into Thorne Academy. Saucier now with it in the middle. Gets it for Latikakis. Look out. Broken up quickly before she's able to get on the move. Saucier, though, with a good boom down that sideline. And Ann giving chase, trying to keep it in bounds. Kicks it off a South Portland player. We're down to 22 seconds as they retrieve a new ball. Motiel rolls it across in the middle. It's live. No team's really going after it hard, and now Thornton does. The South Portland booms it out of there. Bowyer trying to kick it out. Look out. Here comes Millett down that left side.
But there's no way she's going to catch the Nikki Motiel. She beats her. She's doing well.
And obviously correct on that one because Motiel made up a large portion of ground right there to break it up and knock it out of bounds as the first half comes to a close. Excellent first half for both the Lady Trojans and Red Riots as they duel to a 2-2 tie. We played 40 minutes of soccer in South Portland. Our score, Thorne Academy 2, South Portland 2. We'll take a break. When we come back, second half action between Thorne Academy and South Portland. Far side, and South Portland to kick in, and Goodwin up, bobbles it, but hangs on for the save. Just a correction from that first half. We told you we weren't sure of the goalkeeper's name of South Portland. It's Leland Kimball, a junior. Not Lisa Hodge. Lisa Hodge, the assistant coach for the Red Riots. So apologies to Leland, and Lisa probably could play goalkeeper back in her day. So Portland's number 5, Jesse McCourt, tries to handle it on that side. Now Thornton with it. Kick across the middle, and an easy kick out for the Red Riots, Brett Perone. Perone with a good kick up to midfield. Loose, lopped out of there. A couple of headers in a row for Thorne Academy, but not much progress. Then stepping back in front to take it away is Kristen Sherman. Sherman off of Saucier. Saucier some room to run. Sends it up to the right sideline, looking for Sherman, and it goes out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for the Red Riots. Stevens, 23 at Thorne Academy, fighting with South Portland's Jen Mulkerin. And now it's for the ever dangerous Tara Millett. Millett down inside, and Mo Teal able to knock it out of bounds.
Referees there, a little confused on what the call should be. 1 point for the goal kick, 1 point for the corner. And they do award the corner to South Portland. Usually if there's a question in an official's mind, he will give the goal kick.
So Portland with a corner. A nice lobbing kick in the middle, dangerous. Out in front, loose kick, score!
You know, once you see replay there, I think South Portland might have had a handball in the area.
I think Millett got it again. As she crossed off the near side, I believe she was the one who sent it home. No official word from our PA announcer. A great corner kick by the Red Riot.
This looks like it might be a back and forth game throughout the whole. Like I said before, the first half was not dominated by any team. Ooh, charge there. The decides not to call, giving Thornton Academy the advantage. And Aaron Cross went off the defender from South Portland, corner kick, Thornton Academy.
Ryan Cole, Christian Wells, assist, Carol Miller.
Kicked out by the Red Riots as they streak up the right sideline. A great offensive rush. And back there is only Bolia to try to make the save. It goes out, and Goodwin able to corral it, make the save, and she'll be able to punch it out of there.
Those South Portland Riots have some speed on those wings. They should really use that speed to their advantage and hit it long to them.
Welch got credited for the goal. Number 4, Kristen Welch, and the assist went to Millett, who has 2 goals and an assist now. An outstanding heaving, and it's loose out in front, and an offside call. As you can hear the wind picking up at George Martin Memorial Field.
Thornton Academy with a direct free kick. Thornton Academy needs a goal now. Down 3-2. And must look to Latikakis. Nice kick down to the corner of the Sherman. Sherman in. Looking for Latikakis. Broke up by South Portland.
Latikakis with a throw-in. Broken up. Motiel trying to kick it back in. Goes back to South Portland. Over for Latikakis. A little bit of room. Watch out. And it's knocked out by South Portland's number 7, Stacey Gallant. In the front for Cooper. Another chance. Thornton Academy kick in, and a nice save by Leland Kimball. Back out to midfield. Thornton trying to continue the pressure. Trailing 3-2, 33-38 to play, second half. Both teams coming in 2-1 on the season. Pulling again down that right side. Goes out of bounds and be a throw-in for Thorne Academy. They throw in for the goalkeeper, Goodwin.
She kicks the ball out of bounds.
Scramble in the corner. Thornton trying to kick it out. It rolls to midfield. And it's Shent for Sherman. Sherman breaking up the middle.
Oh,
On a push. Sherman right in the back. Number 5. Jesse LaCourse. Foolish foul against Thorne Academy, really, because that was still a foot race in anybody's race. Kicked in deep on Thorne Academy. We must know. Second half, the wind favors South Portland. You wouldn't think wind much of a factor in soccer if you just didn't really think about it, but it is a huge factor.
it's a huge factor.
And South Portland has the wind at their back, and everything they kick up in the air, they're going to get the advantage of the roll. Sherman giving chase. She's got some room down the sideline. Fires away. Comes in, and a nice save made by Kimball.
Nice effort by Kristen Sherman. She probably should have tried to find Jamie Latakakis in the middle. But like I said before, going down that corner, being chased, it's really hard to see what you want to do with the ball.
And that time the ball flew out to Nikki Motiel, and rather than knock it down and give herself a chance, she kicked it in the air. Thornton just a little impatient, it seems, at times this evening. Motiel with a nice head, puts it right back to where they had the first throw. They'll do it again. As you said about Motiel's speed, certainly one of the fastest players down the field.
Coach Nathan must have fun watching Jamie Latakakis and Nikki Motiel go at it during practice. Two of probably the premier players in SMAA.
Motiel, one of the best track people in the state. She's been doing it since she was a freshman. Latakakis on the move, up the right side with some room, coming in. Got one person to beat, she makes the move, here she comes! Kick, it's loose and a save. Kicked out of there. Again, an incredible rush for Latakakis.
Nice rush. One too many dribbles there. One too many dribbles. You try to teach your players when you're dribbling, you dribble to the middle of the goal, not away from the goal.
She got in too close.
She got in
on Kimball.
Too close, and too much of an angle was lost when she brought it to the wing. But I tell you, when she gets that ball and she starts dribbling, she just walks around people with that great footwork.
Nobody better at juking defenders than Latakakis. And that time, a great rush once again, outmaneuvering two would-be defenders, but she just brought it in a little too close on Leland Kimball, and Kimball able to make the save. And now South Portland fighting back, coming up that right sideline. Saucier with a good kick down. Headed out of bounds by Thorne Academy.
Player down on the field for Thornton Academy.
Officials looking to stop the clock now with the injury timeout. Clock stops. Now they want to add time back on.
injured player looks to be Missy Roberge, favoring her ankle. She could have either been kicked or she twisted it.
Thorn Academy trailing 3-2, 29-20 to play, second half. South Poland jumped on top, 33-09 of the first. Kara Millett getting the goal with a great rush down the left side. And then answering back for Thorn Academy at 25-01 was Saucier. Saucier on the penalty kick, created by the nice rush by Jamie Ladakakis. It was 1-1 Thorn Academy. Saucier with a great penalty shot into the left corner. And then Thorn Academy took the lead at 2-1. Great rush by Ladakakis, 12:45. She beat Leland Kimball to make Thorn Academy go on top 2-1. Chance in the middle. Here comes Sherman, rushing in, loses a little bit, kicks for the corner, and a nice save again by Kimball. Just a little bit too far out in front for Crispin Sherman. And she looked to have a great chance for a moment.
I think she made the correct shot. She would have took one more dribble. That defender was coming on awful quickly. I think she probably would have got stripped of the ball. Actually, it was a pretty good shot. She was looking for the corner. The goalie cut down the angle and made the save.
And after Ladakakis made it 2-1, Millett came right back, tied things up at 2-2, mirroring her first shot, looping curve, and got over the head of Lynn Goodwin into the far corner. It was 2-2, and that's where we stood at half. And then at 36-14 in the second half, Kristen Welch on a corner kick from the assist from Millett. South Poland went on top 3-2, and that's where we stand at this moment.
South Poland direct free kick.
Booming kick with a win. Mishead opportunity. Stacey Edwards, number 3, fights for it along that far right sideline. Penalty called against Thorn Academy. So Poland now with a indirect kick. Kick in. Goodwin, though, out and able to make the save. Now she'll try to get it downfield against the wind. Good kick along that left far sideline, rolling. Still inbound, and now out of bounds. There should be a Thornton throw in. Good effort on that left side by the Lady Trojans. Ball rolls free. Thorn Academy, chance kicking across the middle. Sherman going for it. Able to kick it, and out comes Kimball to make the save. A great effort by Kristen Sherman just to get a foot on that. Moteal knocked it down. Loose, Saucier and Moteal, and now the nice kick across the middle. Conan giving chase against number 5, Jessie LaCourse. LaCourse and Conan.
Oh, Wooden Thorn Academy. Try to kick it to the chance.
Good kick, and just wide. Substitutions now for South Poland. All you high school fans out there who enjoy field hockey, soccer, those other sports that don't get the recognition of, say, football. Of course, you know, everyone knows that football is still the predominant sport that people follow, and the coverage is allotted to high school football. Remind you of High School Sports Forum on AM 1440 Sunday morning, 11 a.m. to 12:45 with me, me, your host. We run down scores, outstanding achievers of the week, interview coaches, ADs, principals, talk about things that concern high school athletics. And it's a call-in show, so we invite all the high school students to call in and express your comments and help make the show a little better. Essay contest for giveaways, trivia questions. Tune in this Sunday, 11 a.m. AM 1440. Thornton Academy trying to keep pressure, trailing by a goal. Nice booming kick out of there, and look out. Millett down the side. Motil, though, quickly makes up the ground, takes it away, and able to squirm it away. Robers, nice kick up that left side. South Fulton, no, booms it back in. Robers with another chance. Gets it in the middle. It's Saucier. Saucier with a lot of field to roam. Coming up the side. Millett now coming in. Bromster, and that should be a penalty against Millett. No question there.
Indirect free kick, Thornton Academy.
South Fulton faithful showing their discontent with the call. Unobvious. Good call by the officiating crew. Good kick across the middle. It's loose. Batakakis worming. And she was interfered with, and she got no call, and she's upset.
Well, the score 3-2. Official really hesitates in making a direct free kick call right there, because that would result in a penalty kick, and it would really turn the tide of the game. So officials are a little hesitant on making those calls unless it's really blatant in the penalty area.
Looked like she definitely was being pushed.
Oh, she was definitely being pushed.
Edged off the ball.
But unless it's really blatant, I don't feel they'll ever call it. Oh, starting to get...
Booming kick just goes wide. That had real goal-scoring potential labeled all over it. But fortunately for the Lady Trojans, it was wide. Red Riots with a beautiful kick.
Both teams are starting to play a little bit more aggressive. South Fulton looking for their fourth goal. Thornton looking to tie up the match.
.23 minutes to play, second half. South Fulton 3, Thornton 2. Chance for the Red Riots. Down the right side they come. A 3-on-2 break-in. Shot in a good win. Catches the left corner.
They are really abusing Thornton Academy with those kicks.
Same shot they've scored on 3 out of the 4 goals. That lofting shot, and Goodwin not able to react. Just over her head, and then getting the far corner.
Well, Lynn Goodwin, really not a goalkeeper, and South Fulton's really making it show here. I think if Amy Tebow is in there, she probably could make some of these saves. Not saying that Lynn couldn't. Let's see what kind of heart Thornton Academy has, down 4-2. The game's not over. They've got too many potential goal scorers on Thornton Academy. Thornton Academy kicks off. Batakakis tries to hit Kristen Sherman with a pass.
As the rain starts to fall, and we're going to have to make a decision here soon for us up in the booth. We didn't bring any rain equipment to cover our...
Goal scored by number 16, Kathy White.
Kathy White getting credited with the goal.
Thornton Academy putting a little pressure on. They need another goal. A lot of time left, 22:20 is still on the clock.
Plenty of time left for the Lady Trojans to come back.
They need to be a little bit patient. Don't try too hard to put it in. They do need to make better opportunities with their chances. There, Carrie Bollier just kicks the ball out of bounds. Goal kick, South Portland. Thornton Academy starting to dominate play. Thornton Academy must start going to the ball. They're not challenging the ball, and they're losing the ball. Motil out of bounds, South Portland throw. Handball on South Portland, direct free kick, Thornton Academy. We'll have a Thornton Academy free kick as Christy Bollier sets up to kick the ball. and she goes down the wing looking for Kristen Sherman, but denied by South Portland's defense. Throw in for South Portland. Throw in Thornton Academy. Hits Vladikakis. Vladikakis with a nice move. Hits Saucier and Sherman. The speedster Sherman gets the ball. See if he can cross it in the goal.
Good kick in the middle. But again, alertly, Kimball there.
The rain's starting to come down pretty hard now in South Portland.
Ball is out of bounds. We're throwing for South Portland. Leading 4-2, 19:45 to play, second half. Thank our sponsors for sponsoring Thornton Academy Girls Soccer on CTV 30. Jay Harper and Kevin Harvey bringing tonight's action.
It doesn't look like Thornton Academy's giving up. Being down 2 goals, they really need to put pressure on. Keep the ball down in South Portland's end.
Portland now with a 2-goal advantage can really play more defensively, more cautious, and just sit back a little bit and not have to be so aggressive offensively and just hang in there and cover the Thornton Academy offense.
Thornton Academy looking a little impatient, trying to just blast the ball downfield. You just need to relax. Plenty of time left on the clock. Look for Vladikakis or Sherman down the wing, and look for the opportunities.
Well, with the rain coming, we're going to have to take time out. You're watching Girls Soccer on CTV 30. We're out of here.
Jay Harper back with you, and unfortunately due to torrential rains, we could no longer film the second half of the contest between the South Portland Red Riots and the Thornton Academy Trojans. And of course, the Thornton Academy Trojans came storming back like the weather, and it was an amazing comeback as Thornton Academy came from a 4-2 deficit to score 2 late second half goals. The first one by Tracy Saucier at 10-12 of the second half pulled Thornton within 4-3, and then with 5:11 remaining, Nikki Motiel on a nice corner kick tied the game up at 4-4, and that sent the game into overtime. The rain continued to pour down on George Martin Memorial Field, and the Lady Trojans used that to their advantage, taking the wind and the play away from South Portland and totally dominating both overtimes. In the second overtime, none other than the sensational Jamie Vladikakis on a brilliant individual effort scored the goal at 3:12 to play in the second overtime, giving Thornton Academy a miraculous 5-4 comeback and the victory to move to 3-1 on the season. We'd like to thank our sponsors and apologize for this weather, but you can't fool Mother Nature, and she won out on this one, as does Thornton Academy, and a brilliant 5-4 win. We'll be back with the Lady Trojan soccer team on this Monday at home versus Edward Little. I want to thank you for watching this game and congratulate Scott Nason and the Lady Trojans on a brilliant 5-4 victory, as you'll get a look at Jamie Vladikakis' overtime goal.
Harvey along with you as the Lady Trojans host the Edward Little Red Eddies, and this is the home opener at Hill Stadium for Thorne Academy girls team, and a very big, exciting afternoon for them to get to play on this beautiful field. It's in great condition, and this year, the first year that the boys and girls come over to the stadium and get to play their contest as we get underway, and Thorne Academy in the white jerseys, and Latticakis trying to move it in early. Off for Canaan, down the right side for Amanda Brewer. Intercepted there by the Red Eddies as they try to bring it back the other way. Moteal able to kick it back inside the EL zone and then bang down the far sideline. And again, Nikki Moteal there. A strong wind prevailing from left to right across the screen. Thorne kicking into the wind in the first half. Should be an advantage for EL. Out on the far sideline via throw-in for Thorne Academy. Edward Little with the room on the left side. Kick in front. Looking for number 6 for the Eddies, Shannon Hexborn. She kicks it across, and then Moteal able to boom it out. Headed back in by EL. Some heavy pressure. Coming in on Goodwin. A tough angle. Stop. And it goes over the end line. It'll be a kick out for Thorne Academy.
Both teams starting pretty slow today, feeling their way through, feeling the wind. Definitely a win advantage to Edward Little. Thorne Academy probably won the toss and chose to get the win in the second half and gives the advantage. Great pass by Courtney Canaan to Latticakis.
A lot of room.
Always a threat.
Great move by the defender coming in. Fires off a shot. Score! What a great hook shot by Latticakis, and we've grown to expect that from her. A brilliant performance in the 5-4 overtime victory over South Poland last week that we covered. And starts things off for the Lady Trojans with 36:02 to play in the first half.
Thorne Academy building the ball very well there. 1-2 passes, move the ball down to Edward Little defense, and easy shot to Latticakis.
Wouldn't exactly say easy shot. She didn't give herself much of an angle and boomed that across nicely. And the Edward Little goaltender, Mika Roddy, positioned herself too close to the corner. Looked like she should have come out and cut down the angle more on that one.
I agree. It looked like she was just swatting at the ball. Usually goalkeeper will try to catch the ball, but there she looked a little hesitant trying to pick the ball up. Kelly Stevens with the throw in. Tracy Saucier to Sarah Cooper.
You have to correct the timing of the goal. It looks like on the score clock down below that it was 36 minutes, only 38:02, so it comes at a minute 58 of the contest. Edward Little running down the sideline is Karen Dumard. She uses it out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for Thorne Academy. Long throw-in, Latticakis on the sideline. She's got room down the left side. Now the defender back in, able to poke it out of bounds away from her, number 17. Amy Pillay able to knock that one out.
Edward Little's just not going to the ball, just standing around watching.
They come in with a 3-2 mark, so a decent soccer team. So far a little stale as we get underway.
You always usually come out stale after you have to sit on the bus for 45 minutes and get 20 minutes to warm up. Especially if they take advantage of Thorne Academy's weaker defense. Pretty young, inexperienced defense. They're coming along, especially with the speedster Nikki Moteal. Not too many people in the league outrun her.
We saw her blazing speed last Wednesday. We got the wind this afternoon, Kevin, but I don't think we'll have the rain.
Well, that was a wild one.
It's unfortunate for all our viewers who have been able to catch the performance on CTV 30. If you didn't attend the contest, you really don't know what we're talking about, but it was torrential rain, and it really lifted Thorne Academy's play. They were down 4-2 when it started. We had to shut down our cameras, and then they came on strong. Nice corner kick across the middle. Score! Thorne Academy caught sleeping. And that was a body shot. It bounced right across, and Edward Little just a little bump off the body with the ball and knocks it inside the net past Lynn Goodwin. And Edward Little coming right back to tie things up.
I don't know if it's beneficial scoring the first goal or waiting to score the second goal. Usually if you score the first goal, you sit back a little bit and then gives the other team the opportunity to try to get another goal. Edward Little just caught the Thornton Academy defense on midfield. No one marching up there. Easy score for Edward Little.
An excellent corner kick. Again, with the spin and the wind to favor it, came across and headed right towards the goal. And Thornton Academy kind of stood around a little bit. And Goodwin was holding the corner, and it was way out in the middle of the net, and nobody was around to protect the goal. Number 5 gets the goal for Edward Little, Jen Houle.
Thornton Academy's starting to look a little flat right now.
And Amanda Brewer runs it out of bounds on the sideline. Edward Little a throw-in. Across the middle and some room for Thornton Academy. Looking up for Latikakis.
Great ball by Tracy Saucier, switching the field.
Latikakis with her patented stop-and-go move. Unable to find a fellow teammate, and it's kicked out of there by DL. Nice kick across. The Red Eddies now getting things going, moving the ball well. Back in front for Moteal. Moteal kicks it down the left side. Latikakis coming in. Spinning, staying with it. Working against Edward. What a great back move. Comes out, got herself some room, and tried to make one more move, and it was thwarted by the Eddies defense. A kick in, and that'll be a save for Mika Roddy. Long kick out. Intended for number 7, April Sackville. She's unable to get it. Thornton with a throw down the side. Inbounds. And
looks like a handball on Edward Little. Yes, that's what the official is calling a handball. Direct free kick from Thornton Academy.
it's in front. Sackville able to kick it out of there. Now Thornton Saucier tries to keep it in the EL zone. A lot of room now for the Eddies. And they kick up the side. Knocked back.
Looks like Thornton Academy is just trying to dribble the ball a little too much. On that last offensive attack, Jamie Latikakis had 2 players in front. Decided to try to beat that player and was denied.
Boyer kicks it up. Latikakis in to intercept, and then it's along the sideline. Edward Little with a nice kick back across. We look down the right side for Sarah Fitzgerald.
Defended nicely by Sarah Cooper, Thornton Academy. Kristen Sherman pushing the ball downfield. Have a little defender kicking the ball out of bounds.
Latikakis with a throw-in, looking for Canan in the middle. Nice kick across, but right at goaltender Roddy, and she makes the on the ground save and then kicks it up the left sideline. Headed nicely by Sarah Cooper, and back in the middle and boomed out of there by Kate Buska. Edward Little girls got some peculiar names, and without much time to prepare, going over the list. We're just throwing out some pronunciations, might not even be close. Goodwin coming out of the net, corrals it, right in front of number 8, Karen Simard. High kick today is going to be dangerous because of the strong prevailing wind. Can hold it up and keep it in your own zone. Fitzgerald kicks it down. Carlin, now Moteal with a nice booming kick out of there. Looking for Sherman. Command do battle, and he'll kick it right back out of there. Sherman with it on the left side. It rolls free for Latikakis. In the middle, always dangerous. And 3 EL defenders there to take it away. Down along the sideline, Edward Little rolls out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for Thorne Academy. Sherman looking for Latikakis because he's kicked and knocked down.
All bunched up on the wing. Thornton should look to switch the field to relieve that congestion.
Kelch, number 15, kicks down the sideline. Amanda Brewer trying to keep it in bounds. Now it's back across. Edward Little keeps it inside the zone. Nice play by Kerry Bollier coming over to knock it out of bounds against Edward Little. And we have our first substitution of the afternoon. Mark Gauss, coach of Edward Little, brings in number 4, Stacey Croft. Edward Little with the pressure along the far sideline. Our score is tied 1-1. Latikakis with it. Up at the sideline looking for stops here. Actually with Canan. Goes out of bounds and it's a throw-in for Edward Little. Edward Little makes 3 more substitutions. With it in the middle, fighting for position, and kicked out of there by the Red Eddie. Moteal battling along the left side, and here comes Edward Little again. Kicked out of there by Kelly Steven. Bollier pops it up, headed by Brewer, and then boom back in. And we have a call.
Offside penalty. Make a little. Both teams look indecisive so far. Both scored the quick goals. Now the ball is staying mainly in the midfield.
Moteal with a good kick down the right side. EL defense, number 14 there. Sarah Libby. Off. Brewer out of bounds to be a throw-in for the Lady Eddie. Thought you're having problems along that far sideline. up the sideline, looking for Canan. Canan trying to contain it.
Thornton looking a little flat. Scored the goal, came up quick, sat back, and looked flat ever since. Did these new subs in Thornton on spark.
Sending in the sophomore core. Jen Roberge, Jen Bogus, and Missy Roberge, the senior. Marticake gets a well-deserved rest. Stolen away from Roberge.
Corner kick for Edward Little. We'll see if Thornton can play defense a little bit better against the Red Eddies. Last corner kick resulted in a goal. Thornton Academy defense didn't mark up well.
And Fitzgerald took the last one. She takes this one. She had assist on the last goal. It's in the middle, and Mo Seal, the nice head out of there, but it's loose on the ground, and now Canan kicks it down the far sideline over to cover for the Eddies is Sarah Libby. Libby kicks it back. Thornton Academy still fighting to get it into Edward Little's zone. And now EL with some room. Players on the move. Ball loose in the middle. Kicked out of there by Jen Bogus, and now Rover is fighting. Bogus with a good lining kick in the middle of the field. Sherman tries to get over, but Sarah Libby booms it down the far sideline. Over there is Kim Saucier, number 9 for Edward Little. It rolls into Lynn Goodwin, and she makes the save, and now we're trying to punt one low and get it out of there. Good kick out, some room now for Thornton Academy. Kicked away, and then Sarah Cooper with a kick across. Looking for Missy Roberge, and now Saucier kicks it across the field and out of bounds. Using the wind to their advantage and controlling play, and we expected a little favoritism in play in this first half. Now nice steal by Sherman. He goes down the far sideline, kicks it in the middle, but nice pass. No one there really for Thornton Academy. Comes out, Sarah Cooper trying to keep it in bounds, and Edward Little knocks it out to be a throw in for Thornton Academy.
Thornton Academy just kicking the ball into space and no one running onto the ball. The Red Eddies are just collecting and putting it to their forwards. No one taking control of the game.
On the ground, Ladakake is back in the lineup. He gets it over for Sherman. Sherman fighting and goes off the backside of Sarah Cooper's head out of bounds to be a throw-in for Edward Little. Kicks it across. Canan trying to send it over for Jen Roberge. Rolls out of bounds. High atop of Hill Stadium, Jay Harper, Kevin Harvey, bringing you today's action between the Thornton Academy girls soccer team and the Red Eddies of Edward Little. 1-1 on score. 23 minutes to play in the first half. I'd like to thank Jeff Boudreau Construction for building our roof back up here, our deck on top of the broadcast booth. And as you can hear in our headsets, a very windy afternoon, and we're going to have to get some extra plywood here and block this left side off and cut down on the wind. The wind always seems to come out of whatever way that is. Kevin, you can help me. That maybe east over there, maybe out of the west to east. Never was good with the compass. But the wind, 90% of the time from doing football games, we know it comes that side. If we can plywood off this side and seclude us more, it'd be nice to get a roof on it. We're still hoping to get enough materials to build an eventual roof and really enclose this thing and make it a permanent indoor facility. And that would be great, but we're very grateful to Jeff Boudreau for getting this up in time for Saturday's football game in which Thornton Academy winning an exciting one over the South Poland Red Rhinos, 14-13. And they go to 3-0 on the season. They're at Fitzpatrick Stadium on Friday night to play the Cheverus Stags in a big ball game. And Cheverus now has come back with 2 victories after getting blown out by Waterville. And they're at 2-1. Thornton Academy wants to stay undefeated through the season, and certainly this is another test for the young Trojan team. And so far they've looked good. The defense keeps coming along, and
They've looked good, but they can't be overconfident. It's a very strong Biddeford team, and they've got some strong opponents coming up. I read the paper. It's Austin Biddeford now. So it goes in with that attitude. They might get a wake-up call.
well, that's it. You can't think, oh yeah, it's just because it's Austin Biddeford now we're going to win out the rest of the year without a problem. You got to go out and play every game. And I think the kids on that team know that. Good young bunch. Great offensive line, and then the senior leadership of Crutto and Carey. Sensational.
Very good team. They've got potential. Of course, when you play Biddeford, you never know. You never know.
This year we'll be back at Hill Stadium, and 2 years ago it was 2 incredible football games, 2 of the best ever played in high school football. First the overtime victory by Thornton Academy, and then Biddeford coming back in the state Western A championship game, knocking off Thornton 29-28.
Thornton Academy boys soccer team playing Biddeford tomorrow at Hill Stadium. I'd like to wish them good luck.
Ladakakis in the middle. That's a little defense. Closes the shot in. Deflects out of there. It's loose. And a nice save by Roddy coming in. As Roberge dove in to try to get a kick on it. And Roddy with a nice save. Boy, that was a great chance for Thornton Academy. A great shot in the middle by Canan, I believe it was, who got that shot off on Roddy. She made the save, but gave off a rebound. Roberge just missed getting there before her. Sarah Cooper gets awarded the throw-in. Now we have a substitution for Thornton Academy. Into the lineup, Jill Garland, number 13. In the middle for Canan, booms one, but it deflects off Sarah Libby of Edward Little and goes wide. Now Jen Roberge gives chase. Makes a nice move. Up the sideline for her sister Missy. Back across looking for Canan. Goes back out to Ladakakis. She'll get off a kick. Short side and picked up by Maka Roddy. M-A-C-A. First name. Rolls by both Garland and Cooper, and Edward Little gets awarded the throw-in. Thornton enjoying a good 4-minute stretch, pretty much in Edward Little's territory. A couple of good chances, but Roddy has answered.
They seem to be just one pass away. Either they're not making the correct pass, or they're shooting when they should pass the ball. Let's see if they can correct it and put one in.
Now a race down the side, and you see Moteal making up ground as she gets there first.
You better have a good 10 yards on Nikki Moteal. She'll come back and get it real quick.
There's no doubt about that. We got a nice roster list from Coach Scott Mason for all the players, and he gives us a little info on the side of it, and it's a beautiful thing, and it's good to have to know what else these girls do in other sports and in their studies and stuff. And when you look over at Nikki Moteal, we got about 5 things listed. Second team All FMAA in winter and spring track, state triple jump champ, state hurdle and high jump champ. That one was in spring, the other one in winter track, and then state hurdle and 4x100 relay champ in spring track.
There's nothing really Nikki Moteal doesn't do really well. She's just an all-around great athlete.
She was last year second team All SMAA left wing. I would assume that been in soccer, what she does.
I'm not sure what position she played last year. That wind blowing hard at the top of Hill Stadium.
Trying to protect herself from the wind so you don't pick that all up in the mic. Not a big crowd on hand, but there are some loyal faithful down below, and the head corner in the middle, the ball loose, and a nice save by Roddy as she dives in amongst about 7 players to rope the ball in, and now she kicks it down the field. A nice head over there by Groberg. Loose for Ladakakis. Stops, makes a nice move back. She's got someone open on the wing. She had Missy Roberge open on the wing, and it looked like she attempted a shot rather than to get it off to the side. You couldn't quite tell, though. She may have been trying to get it off to that wing.
I think she was trying to take a shot. I think she's trying too hard today. She's not making good judgments on when to pass, when to shoot. Thornton Academy needs someone to step up besides Ladakakis. As the season rolls on longer and longer, more and more people are going to be marking up on her. Pass.
Shot. We got it.
Missy Roberge.
Roberge with a kick. It was a low liner, and Rowdy went out to make the save, and it bounced just before her, and it bounced over her left shoulder to the right corner of the goal, and Thornton Academy breaks back on top 2-1 with 15:39 to play in the first half.
That's Thornton Academy girls team. You never know. They're such a dangerous team. They strike when you're not looking.
So Missy Roberge, the senior, gets the goal, and Thornton Academy back on top 2-1. They scored a minute 58 into the first half. Jamie Ladakakis got the goal, and Thornton Academy led 1-0. Edward Little answered back at 4:16. Just a little over 2 minutes later, Jen Hould from Sarah Fitzgerald, and we were tied at 1. And then at 24:21, Missy Roberge getting it from the right side in a nice low-lining kick. They credit Nikki Motiel with an assist. Ladakakis with it down the sideline, kicks it up, looking for Roberge again. Roberge in good field position. Coming over to cover is Libby. She stops, tries to get around Libby, and Libby able to knock it out of bounds. That time Ladakakis with a great pass, and Roberge couldn't get by Sarah Libby. Libby was steady on defense for the Red Eddie. Loose in the middle again. And a chance for Garland. Now boomed out of there by E.L. Over covering is Kelly Stevens of Thornton Academy.
Long through past Thornton Academy.
Rolls past the end line.
Goal kick.
And EL has the goal kick, now trailing by a goal as we approach the 14-minute mark in the first half. Girls team 3-1 on the season, right in the thick of things in the SMAA.
Thornton Academy has a big game Thursday at Bonnie Eagle. Bonnie Eagle's got 2 strong players in Jill Boyette and Jessica Murray. That ought to be a good matchup.
Say, there's one player burning up the league is Wendy Sheffer of Westbrook.
Westbrook, right.
My goodness.
There's a few players in the West. The East that are really heating it up. Greeley 5-0 right now.
With my high school sports forum show on All Sports 1440 on radio, I've been following, giving the scores each week of all the high school soccer and field hockey, football, and of course highlighting players who have big games, achievers of the week, we like to call them. And Sheffer had 4 goals in one game, came back at 3 in another, and then another 2-goal game. And it's like Ladakakis is racking up the goals. I don't know if it was a girl from Greeley that had 5 goals and an assist in one game.
They have many good players on that Greeley team.
There was somebody who got 5 goals and assisted on the other goal, but I'm not sure if that was boys or girls soccer.
I believe both boys and girls are 5-0.
But again, that show is Sunday morning on 1440 a.m. Shot out in front. Goodwin able to get out just in time and closing in for number 4, Stacey Croft, and also number 7, Pastel.
I talked to goalkeeper Amy Tebow today, and she informed me that she was having her cast cut off Thursday and looking forward to start playing again. I'm sure Coach Mason is looking forward to it. Not that Lynn Goodwin has done a poor job, but Thornton Academy's defense will be strengthened when Goodwin steps on that field. She's just an intimidator.
There's no doubt about that. And kick it back to Goodwin, and now everyone walks upfield and waits for her punt. The low one across the field. Over there to get it for EL is Trusker. Now kick down the field. And it's over for Fitzgerald. Sarah Fitzgerald, Amanda Brewer stepping in front in a collision. No call there.
It's been an overall pretty clean game. No cheap shots or anything like that. It's always the best soccer.
Luxa with a nice hit. Number 21 for EL, but it'll be a throw-in now for Thornton Academy. Sarah Cooper looks to take it, but we have a substitution as Buffy Roussel comes in for Thornton Academy. Back into the lineup, starting this afternoon's contest. On the defense. Playing wing back. Boxier kicks it high in the air and then looks to do something with their own path. A nice backward head. Sarah Cooper kicks it across in the middle, and a chance for Rovers looking for Ladakakis, but moves out of there by number 4, Shelley Croft.
Having a hard time hiding from the wind today.
You can run, but you can't hide.
Turn around to look and we get the wind in our mic.
Sandy McDonald, number 10, now checking into Coach Scott Mason's lineup. Getting a breather is Jen Rovers, outstanding sophomore player. Had a great game against South Poland last week. She was all over the field. Kicked out in front, loose, taken back. And Sherman looking to get it back towards the goal. Unable to, and now she chases it in the corner. It's knocked out by Edward Little, so Thornton Academy with a chance now. Throw in by Cooper. Headed out of there by EL. Now Roussel and Cooper trying to keep it in bounds, and they can't. Kick down the sideline. Edward Little with a lot of room.
Marking number 13 in the middle.
Sarah Trusker kicks it down there and goes over the end line. It'll be a goal kick. Actually, a corner kick. They awarded to EL. So the third one of the day, and more than likely, Sarah Fitzgerald will come over to take it. Actually, number 15 is taking this one. It'll be Beth Kelch. Kelch, the lefty kick across. Loose, rolls through the middle. A chance for the Eddies. Kicked and then blocked in front by, I believe, Moziel. She took that one right in the belly. She's down on the field now, trying to recover. Sherman with the ball.
The official doesn't see the injured player on the field.
Now finally we get a timeout. The way she's moving around, it looks like maybe
that's what it looked like it happened. She took that one for the team. That was a rocket shot from Edward Little. She stepped in front of it.
Luck, number 21, had a lot of room, and she, instead of kicking immediately, tried to set herself up in better position. That allowed enough time for Motiel to get in front.
That's not, it's not Motiel.
No, it's not.
It's not Motiel. Motiel's down on the field drinking some water right now.
She looks fine. I thought it was 15.
Sandy McDonald.
So McDonald, number 10, takes the one for the team, holding the stomach, and I think that's just what happened. A hard kick to the midsection caused lots of wind, and it's not a fun thing to have the wind knocked out of you at any time. She appears to be okay. She'll get a breather, and Amanda Brewer comes back in for the Lady Trojans. 2-1 our score. 8 minutes and 15 seconds to play in the first half. And the throw-in for Thornton Academy. Sarah Cooper will take it along the near side. Fires it across, and it's loose. Cooper tries to keep it in and looses it out of bounds. A throw-in for EL. Jen Hould throws it in. She scored Edward Little's only goal of the afternoon. Nice kick out of here, but a beautiful head by Boya. Another one by Saucier. Across the middle, and Edward Little and Thornton battling at midfield. Saucier trying to set up Cooper. Kicks it right at her, and Cooper can't do anything with it. Saucier gets it back. Now kicked away by Cross. It up. Sarah Cooper heads it back up, but unfortunately the wind takes it downfield. Now for Nikki Motiel. Motiel in the middle, moving, got some room. Looks down that right side for Sherman. Sherman thinking about giving it back to Brewer. He goes back to Brewer. And now Sherman again. A nice backward move and return the favor by Edward Little. Good footwork over there. Motiel coming across the middle, gets it over for Cooper. Cooper can't get to it. And back comes Gould. Cross in the middle. Edward Little now with a breakaway. Coming in and kicked out of there nicely. Cooper with a fine play. And a kick attempt by Kelly Stevens. She stands on it. Bounds and a throw-in for Thornton Academy. Command and Jen Rovers come back into the lineup. With a good kick downfield. Buckster kicks it out of there for EL. Thornton keeps it in, goes out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for Edward Little.
Play starting to slow down a little bit. Hopefully, Thornton Academy will take that momentum and put another goal in before halftime. It's always nice to sit on a 3-1 halftime lead, but as we saw in South Portland game, you sit on a 4-2 lead, and rain comes down.
And again, though, if they go in the locker room just up 1 goal, they really won themselves a lot because they've taken the win away from Edward Little, and they'll have it to their advantage in the second half.
I don't know if Thornton has won the advantage here. Like I said before, it's always tough to come down from a Lewiston or an Auburn and play at a stadium like this, get 20 minutes of warm-up time and expect to do something.
Well, we talked about how soccer continues to grow around the state of Maine, and this is another fine example, getting to play on the football field in the stadium.
It's great. It's long overdue. It really is. For 4 or 5 years, other schools have been playing their soccer games on the stadium. I'd like to thank all the people who have supported us to get the soccer games on the football field.
There was quite a bit of resistance because this football facility is so nice, and they're worried about the grass and how it'll hold up throughout a full soccer schedule and football schedule. You've got girls and boys soccer, and then of course the football. And it definitely is the finest field. Although Sanford certainly looked beautiful 2 weeks ago up at Cobb Stadium. That was tremendous conditions up there.
I still feel the best field in the league is at Deering High School. That is a great field. I don't know how it is football-wise, but soccer is just superb. Perfect length and width.
Not usually much grass on Deering though, so
Oh, they got a good 2 inches this year. I was down there when the Thornton Academy boys played.
what's the boys' record right now?
The boys are 1-2-1. The JV team which I coach are 3-2.
Well, fine start for the JV squad, and of course
I'm very excited about that team. I have 9 freshmen, 4 sophomores, and 4 juniors on that team. So you can see it's a very, very young team. To have that record, we beat Shevers, Portland, and Sanford.
Courtney Canan just played a big hit on number 17, Jamie Pillay. Knocked her flat on the ground, and that would have been a fine block downfield. Rovers with a throw-in for Thornton Academy as we wind down in the first half. 3 minutes and 25 seconds to play. Now Canan will take the throw-in.
See if she does the flip throw here.
That's what she's going to do, and she fires a nice one out. Headed over, loose in the middle.
I personally don't like those. 9 out of 10 times they're illegal. Usually when you throw the ball and it can't have any spin on it. And most officials are afraid to call it, but 9 out of 10 times the ball has spin and they don't call it, so that's why I believe they should be taken. Plus I feel they're dangerous if not done right.
Definitely dangerous for the player themselves. I couldn't imagine myself trying one of those. It's going to be a fine athlete.
Definitely. You've got to have some kind of gymnastics in your background to do that. Or be a little bit of a nut. About a minute left in the first half.
2-1 our score. Thornton Academy over Edward Little. The second of 5 contests we'll be bringing you this year on CTV 30. And again, we'd like to thank all the sponsors who have come forth, and remind any sport out there, varsity sport, that wants coverage. We only charge $100 per game for these other sports. Football, obviously, we've been doing football for a number of years, and we're able to get advertisements for that pretty easily on our own. But these other ones, with our busy schedule, it's very difficult. And $100 for a cameraman and a camera to come out, and of course, professionals like ourselves, Kevin, to announce these games. That's how much money. So just the boys soccer team, I was spoken to by a few parents of them, and we offer the same thing. If you can just get a couple of parents together, or any business that in the area to come up with some money. We covered one game last year, and Mrs. Grigsby found a couple of sponsors, and we covered a game over at Biddeford. It was a Thornton Biddeford game. You know, we're willing and able, we think. My schedule is very busy. I'm having to really juggle it here this fall.
Yours and mine both.
It's unbelievable. And that'll do it in the first half with our score. Thornton Academy girls 2, the Red Eddies from Edward Little 1. And we're going to take a pause and come back with second half action. You're watching. Trojans and the Edward Little Red Eddies. Thornton leading 2-1 as we have moved down below, and the wind should be less of a factor for you here in the second half. Brilliant that we came up with during halftime.
Much better.
Much betterer.
Betterer.
And Steve Pullis, cameraman, braving the wind and cold up on the roof, and we appreciate his efforts as EL starts with the ball, and Thornton Academy intercepts immediately. Soft here down the near sideline, and it goes out of bounds.
It just looks like Thornton Academy is just trying to dribble the ball too much, not getting the head up and look for the pass. Every little defense kicking the ball out.
Luxo with a nice kick, and now Garland for Thornton Academy trying to send it back in.
Both teams just chasing the ball, kick and run.
Roberge on the far side goes off her body out of bounds. Will be a throw-in for Edward Little. Ladakakis started the score for Thornton Academy. 1:58 at the first. Nice kick out front. Canan looking for it. Again, knocked back in nicely by Roberge. Canan fights for it. And goes out of bounds. A throw for EL.
Thornton really not putting a lot of pressure on those Edward Little backs, letting them clear the ball out. This game's far from over for Thornton Academy. A lot of time to play. 2-1 score. They can't sit back and play defense.
Breakaway for Edward Little. Gary Bollier getting back along with Amanda Brewer. Motiel again making up an amazing amount of ground to break up the play. Our fastest runners in the state, and of course on the soccer field, able to do exactly the same. And what a valuable player she is. She come up on the offense and really get brave, and then be able to get back and cover up on defense. You can really come on the offensive side and then come back to help out on the D.
That's just one thing you can't teach in soccer is speed and aggression, and she has both. So those are key assets for Thornton Academy.
Edward Little inside Thornton's zone, rolls in on Goodwin, she makes the save. Of course, now being down below without the wind blowing us all over the place up on top, we can't tell if the wind's still as strong as it was. And if Thornton will have the definite advantage with the wind at their backs now in the second half. Nicely kicked out of there by Edward Little.
Thornton Academy needs to go to the ball. All the 50-50 balls are being won by Edward Little right now. And that's just not how you win soccer games.
Saucier fighting along the side and gives a nice kick, but unable to put enough spin to keep it in play. It'll be a throw-in for Edward Little. Break up the rush of Edward Little, and now Sherman over on the far side. Sherman with a good kick across. Ladakakis with the ball, and nicely taken away from her by number 20, Jessica Gandhi.
Edward Little defense playing a lot tougher on Jamie Ladakakis than South Fulton's defense did. Just not beating 3 or 4 defenders today.
Well, she's not going to walk into many places now and catch the other team sleeping or going unnoticed, that's for sure.
One of the things the coach really does is read those newspaper articles, pick out names. Of course, Jamie Ladakakis, being a first-team All-State player last year, as a sophomore, she's not going to be able to hide from too many teams.
That's pretty amazing.
Corner kick for Thornton Academy.
Coach Mason has still a very young team.
Very young. Majority are still juniors.
Nice corner kick, curving in and just going wide.
On a corner kick, it is a direct kick, so you can kick it right into the goal.
That one was curling nicely and it was high. If that had just a little more inside-out movement, should have sent that more into the playing field. That could have been. Now the goal kick out. Goes free at midfield and Robert's looking for her teammate. Kicks it away. A nice booming kick back in by Bolia.
She's improving every game, Carrie Bolia. There was a question this summer when I was talking with Coach Mason who the sweeper was going to be this year. And she came up this summer and played sweeper back for him, and she's just done a wonderful job stepping up to replace Jen Boudreau, who graduated last year.
Another acrobatic throw-in by Canan.
Still had that illegal spin on it. If you watch the ball, it's hard to pick up with an all-white ball, but if you watch it, if it has that side spin on it, it's an illegal throw.
It can't have any side spin on it, or can it have any?
It can't have any side spin on the ball.
But
That means you've thrown it more with one hand.
Alright.
But not too many refs call that.
Amanda Brewer with a nice head down, and Saskia kicks it down the sideline. Ladakakis with a chance.
She needs to pass the ball there.
She's holding it, waiting, now makes the move, kicks it
There it
across
is.
in front, but a little bit behind Rovers. Now it comes back for Cooper with a chance for a kick. Ball comes free, and Edward Little now with some room to roam. Good kick up the sideline for Tresker. She barrels down the right sideline. Kick out in front, and Carrie Bolia there to knock it back and trying to keep it in bounds. DL with a throw-in, loose, and now North Academy able to get a nice kick downfield.
Excuse me, Jay. The refs are just not calling anything. I've seen many fouls today that just they haven't called. They're just letting them play.
Definitely not calling any fouls. We saw a lot of bumps and knocks and nothing being whistled on that. And there looks like they missed a handball. I don't think many coaches would get too angered by that. As long as it's not favoring one side or the other overly, you kind of like to let them play.
Yes and no. As a coach myself, I feel we're paying them enough money. They should be doing the kids a service and teaching them not to do it wrong. So I'd like to have them call the fouls.
Nice move by April Sackville. She comes down that left side. Sarah Cooper jostling with her and knocks it out of bounds. It'll be a corner kick for the Eddies. Good individual effort by Sackville.
Sarah Cooper, though, great chase down the field, caught her, kicked the ball out of bounds. Corner kick for Edward Little.
Steph Kelch with a kick. Nice one across the middle.
Dangerous.
Rolled right through the zone. Nobody able to pick it up for Edward Little. Amanda Brewer. It was Sherman that was knocking it out of bounds. It'll be another throw-in for EL. Gould in the middle. Nice kick out. Ladakakis getting back to help. Stolen away from her by Luxka. Now we get a call finally. We'll see who it goes against. Goes against Thornton. That one is questionable.
Not questionable. I agree.
But the bump went the other way. Kelch takes it in front all alone. Shot, score! Looks like Croft got it, number 4. A great kick in.
She caught Lynn Goodwin hitting to the other side. Very easy goal to score.
Oh, a kick by Kelch. Number 15 was a beauty. Found Croft wide open in the middle.
Edward Little caught Thornton Academy flat again. It's been a problem for Thornton Academy this year. They get a goal up and they sit back. They don't go hard to the ball. And then the other team catches them. It happened in South Portland. Coach Nation must teach his team that you can't always come from behind. Take that lead and hold it.
I think he likes to keep it exciting for us.
Oh, maybe.
We've done now, this is our 3rd contest in 2. It is just as we had it. Beth Kelch the assist, and Stacey Croft getting the goal. Finally being rewarded for her fine corner kicks and gets an assist on that goal, and it's loose in front again for EL.
Miscommunication. Someone should have took that shot for Edward Little.
Nice kick out of there by Boya.
Boya having a good game today.
Working hard in command. There'll be a throw-in for Thornton. Cooper takes it. Cooper looking down that sideline, looking for Ladakakis. Smartly just kicked out of bounds by Jessica Gagne. Would have been trouble. Ladakakis was kind of reading the play and trying to figure out what Gagne was going to do, and then she was going to make her move. Booming kick out of there. Ladakakis fired it low, and Edward Little able to get a good kick on the ball in the air.
Handball called on Sarah Cooper.
2-2 to score now.
Dangerous.
Canan with a nice kick across.
Once again, goalie looks a little indecisive in the net coming out.
Roddy able to make the save after juggling it for a moment. Saucier off the left side for Brewer. Brewer looking for Sherman. Was out of bounds, a throw in for Edward Little. Thorn coming into this one with a 3-1 record. EL 3-2.
Thornton Academy is not going to the ball right now. Oh, good call. Good call there by the official. Edward Little pushing Thornton Academy. Thought they might have got away with that one. That's the official with the late call.
Goalie with a long lining kick.
Oh.
But Thornton unable to get control. O'Teal now knocks it out of bounds. And Edward Little with substitutions, as well as Thornton Academy, and Misty Robert and McDonald come back in. Thornton players wait Got it on the side.
Corner kick.
Courtney Canaan was cutting to the middle, but Thornton unable to see that. But they'll get a corner kick with a score tie 2-2. Sherman and Cooper come out. Corner kick coming across in the middle, headed, and they give another corner kick awarded to the Lady Trojans. Tracy Saucier taking that one. She got a good one off. On the corners, obviously, you can stand anywhere inside the crease.
What the official looks for on a corner kick is whether or not the opposing team is obstructing
Loose.
the goalie.
The flex off an Edward Little player and into the net, and Thornton Academy has taken the lead.
Tough break for Edward Little.
I'm pretty sure that went off an EL player. They're going to, of course, award it to the closest Thornton player, and we'll see who gets credited, but it appeared it went right off the side of an EL player and past Roddy.
If it went off an Edward Little player before touching another Thornton player, I believe they'll award it to the person who took the corner kick itself. And that's the case.
So Tracy Saucier gets awarded the goal, puts Thornton on top 3-2. Thornton keeps taking the lead, and then the EL keeps tying it back up. Saucier had an outstanding game herself against South Poland last week. Matakakis with it in the middle, looking down the sideline for Rovers. Rovers knocked down.
Dangerous play. Can't be on the ground kicking the ball with your feet. It's a dangerous play.
Loose for Edward Little, but Motiel there in the middle to take it away. Motiel again booms it, this time for Latakakis. She's got Canaan on one wing, Rovers on the other. Looks for Misty Rovers, and it goes out of bounds. Off an Edward Little player, they give the throw into Thornton Academy.
See if Thornton Academy can seize the momentum, put another goal.
No team is led by two. Thornton, the 1-0 lead. Edward Little quickly tied, and Thornton bounced back late in the first half. Go on top 2-1, and Edward Little tied it up 2-2 in the second half. And now Thornton answering back on the corner kick by Saucier. Running down that right side is Kim Saucier of Edward Little. And call against Motiel.
Another iffy call. It must have been a kick or a push. I really didn't see anything from this angle.
Low kick, and it rolls out of bounds. So fortunate for Thornton Academy. Buffy Roussel comes back in for Thornton Academy. Stepping onto the field is King for Edward Little. And a kick by Boya. A good one. Rolls all the way to midfield and then boom back in by Edward Little. A good kick back by the Eddie. Going away and a good shot in. And Goodwin makes a very good save and a very dangerous shot that was headed for the left corner.
Defense still looking a little shaky for Thornton Academy.
Tekka Thorne, number 6, with a good kick, and it was going for the goal. And EL with their corner kick play and kicked across the middle, loose.
Handball.
Some of the Thornton faithful making the call from the stands. I don't know if the officials can hear them from this far away, but they made the correct call.
Usually the officials will try to block out any fan or coach interference.
Kicked out by EL, a throw-in for Thornton Academy, leading 3-2. Approaching 22-minute mark. of the second half, and a kick for Rovers, and she hooked around on it, doing a 180, cut off a decent kick, but a little high and wide. Edward comes with 4 new players.
I'm not sure if I like this maroon lining or not. It's hard to see the far sideline. I was told by someone in the Thornton Academy staff that several people complained at the football game they didn't like the gold line, so they repainted them maroon.
They originally had them gold.
They had them gold.
Huh. Injured player down for Edward Little. That gets the clock to stop.
Injured player for Edward Little. Still not known who it is yet. Good chance for both teams to take a break. Thornton Academy boys team will be playing home tomorrow at 3:30 versus Biddeford. I'd like to wish them the best of luck. Also, I would like to wish the boys and girls middle school team the best of luck. Their season starts today.
Still at 10 time, except for injuries and
South Portland's mistake. 2 goals wasn't enough. They can't sit back and not play the game. They need to play hard and keep going for goals.
clock winds, and we're back live. Edward Little trying to work it out of their own zone. We kick up the side, and another fine pass. Kick down the left side for the Eddies. Croft coming, stops. Now tries to maneuver around Kerry Boya. Boya breaks up the first one, but Croft still coming. Low kick, and Lynn Goodwin comes out to make the save. Kick out by Goodwin. Headed back and loose. McDonald trying to get it. Taken away by Fitzgerald. Booming kick down the side. Canan and Ladakakis try to corral it. They can. Fitzgerald can't contain it on the sideline. Another throw-in as McDonald takes it for Thornton Academy and kicks right back out of bounds, right at her. Luxa knocks it out of bounds. Loose, kicked, and then hammered to the ground. Jen Bogus took a shot from Fitzgerald.
What a tough kid. She took a shot in the South Portland game, too.
She got kicked, and then she said when she came down, she twisted her ankle. She had to sit out the second half of some of the overtime. Kicked in the middle, rolling and goes over the end line. Goal kick for the Eddies. Beautiful afternoon for soccer. First contest played by Thornton at Hill Stadium. Great for the broadcasting aspect of it, because when you played at the old field in the back of Thornton Academy, no high places to really film the contest, and that's why over the last 2 or 3 years when we've been picking up some soccer games, we've always had to wait and go on the road, pick a good road place to cover a contest. Biddeford, Deering, Stamford, some of the places we visited and covered boys and girls soccer. Now, with the confines of our broadcast booth and
up on top, able to get great coverage and great vantage point of Sockers as we do in the football contest. Again, I'd like to thank Jeff Woodrow for building that for us this week, and Jeff, we're going to do a little bit more work. We're going to put some plywood up and hopefully come up with some lumber from our friends at Sun Lumber to build a roof as well. We are concerned on Saturday about the rain being up there. Loose in front, Saucier takes the kick. It's blocked by the Eddies and boom down the sideline. Trying to get a hold of it is Jen Hould. She scored Edward Little's first goal. Stacey Propp has the other one for EL. Ladakakis, Missy Roberge, and Tracy Saucier getting the goals for Thorne Academy. So far, Coach Gauss of EL and the players have to be happy with their work against Jamie Ladakakis. So far, only one goal, and you keep her one or under, you've done a good afternoon's work. But here she comes. Ladakakis free. Moves around one player, still moving. Kicks it in front, a beautiful kick across. Trying to find, I believe, number 13 for Thorne Academy.
Jill Garland.
Garland was cutting in, and I think Ladakakis just didn't get enough leg on it to get it over to her. Comes back to Ladakakis, pops it up, looks to kick it.
Dangerous play.
Kick out for EL. Luxa will take it. She's got a good leg. Booms the liner. Oatfield kicks it back.
Play.
That one you would have thought, and the one before where Edward Little scored the second goal, it should have actually gone against Edward Little. Edward Little got the favorable call and scored a goal off it, so a little redemption.
Nice pass.
Pulled out in front. Looking for Kelch. And then kicked out of there nicely by Cooper.
I think if I was coaching this Edward Little team, I'd tell my girls, whenever you see Nikki Motil coming, kick it the other way. No way you're going to dribble around her.
Nice move. Ladakakis again coming. Ladakakis has made some great moves 20, 30 yards away from the goal, but at last move. Cheryl, nice throw in.
Beautiful throwing.
Motiel, though, comes back in and kicks it away. Luxa with a nice kick out. Comes for Garland. Garland looking up for Ladakakis. A nice kick around. Ladakakis moves in by one. She can't get back to the ball in time to... Cheryl does a nice job at keeping it in play and forces it out of bounds against Thorne Academy. There almost was that substituting error that you spoke of. The player didn't look like she was in the box yet, but the official allowed her, said she was, and you get to make the substitution.
And you notice the official blew the ball dead.
Chance for Edward Little back on the move. And Megan White. And knocked out of bounds on the back line. It'll be corner kick for the Eddie, trailing 3-2, 11:48 to play.
Olympic Development Program. Kristen Sherman, Tracy Saucier, injured goalkeeper Amy Tebow, and of course Jamie Ladakakis. They play on the under-17 Junior Olympic Program. You can see that program's really helped their skill out. They play almost year-round.
EL making a break. Fitzgerald coming in, the kick, and takes a weird bounce in front of Lynn Goodwin, and she makes the save. And yeah, when Tebow comes back, it only strengthens Thorne Academy because Lynn Goodwin gets to come out and play on the defense, field of play.
She's so big and so aggressive. It's just that will help Thornton Academy out, getting her out on the field. But that leads to a new decision for Coach Mason. Where does she play? Nikki's playing great at stopper back, and Boley is playing fine at sweeper back. That'd be an interesting decision for Coach Nason. Nice to have a decision
Yeah.
like that.
Certainly is. Thornton trying to come back. Free on the left side for Latikakis. A nice kick out of bounds by Tara Libby. Thornton will get a throw-in. Down to 7 minutes and 30 seconds to play in this one, barring overtime, of course. And
Coach Nason looking a little nervous. Should be expected. He knows that.
Buckshot away. But Scott wanting to build his program, knowing that TV coverage can only enhance it. And he went out and got sponsors through the summer and talked to some parents and able to come up with a nice 5-game package. We're glad that he did, and I'm sure the girls who play down the field are glad.
It's also a good coaching tool. You can take your team and watch the game, pick out what you did right and what you did wrong.
Exactly.
Plus, it's just fun to watch.
It really is. I've been thoroughly impressed with the girls' play. And I only did the one boys game last year, but the boys were kicking and running under it like, what's the exact terminology you use for that?
Kick and run.
Yeah, kick and run. Well, I was close. And it was a less exciting game. The girls use more individual work and moves and stuff. They're able to do that because of the different style of play. I think the girls game offers a little more excitement, actually.
The boys are still playing with the kick and run. My junior varsity team, I really emphasize control, passing. You should see those freshmen really play. I've had them for 3 years. They know how I coach. They know how I want to coach. And they play under control. It's a fun bunch of kids to watch. Next 3 or 4 years.
Kick by Lutka. And that one over the net and hitting off the football goalpost down at the base. And she's a dangerous person from 25 yards out. Edward Little now picking up the pressure with only 3 minutes and 45 seconds to play. Thornton Academy leading 3-2. Loose for Canan. She's trying to get it to Latikakis. Bumped off the ball by Lutka. She gets it up the left sideline for Croft. Shelley Croft, an outstanding offensive player, looking to make a move. Kicks it out in front and now goes loose. Latikakis able to kick it off. And it rolls all the way downfield and kicks back for Lutka. And she now roams at midfield, looking for penetration into the Thornton zone. And Sarah Cooper, who's played a fine game this afternoon, kicks it down. Loose in the middle. It's going to roll for Latikakis. Gets by one player. Got Canan on the left side. Kicks it herself just over the top of the net.
Nice shot.
Canan and Garland were both on that, or was it Sherman, both on that side over there, and they didn't really look like they moved well enough to get in a good scoring position because they had that whole right side wide open.
I don't think there was a passing angle there for Latikakis to get the ball to him. I think she did the right thing by taking the shot.
Well, I do because of the lack of movement by the right wingers.
As I tell my team, if you don't shoot, you don't score.
That's right. You definitely got to fire away, but
You never know, it might come off the crossbar, and then those two would be in a position to score.
2 minutes and 15 seconds to play, and another kick in, and Roddy makes the save. Kicked up the sideline and rolling out of bounds.
Thornton Academy should take their time here. 3-2, 2 minutes left. They should take their time, run the clock. No use for getting into a fast-paced game now. Making mistakes.
Sherman battling, now goes for Motiel. Motiel kicks it, knocked down by Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald kicking it down the right side, and a nice kick out of there. A lead by Amanda Brewer, yes, and fine play by Brewer. Looked like danger time for the Lady Trojans. Minute 30 to play. Thornton Academy hanging to a 3-2 lead. Motiel kicks it up and out. Blocked. Lutka, very dangerous. 21 as her and Latikakis bang. And Lutka wins the battle, gets it into Thornton's zone, and then coming back and making a fine play is Ladakakis. Loose in the middle. Nice head used by Jen Bogus. Still free. Look out. Croft coming in as the crowd starts to feel the excitement. Back in the middle, and then a little bit of pressure relieved. Down to 45 seconds to play. Good throwing. Croft loose in the middle. Kicked out of there. And able to maintain Fitzgerald. She gets off a good kick. It'll come in on Goodwin, and she makes the catch and save.
Take your time, Wayne. Take your time.
How much time does she have before she has to kick?
Well, you get about 5-6 seconds.
A beautiful kick out. Ladakakis can't maintain it. Handball, they don't call it. Loose and missed, and it's going to be a chance for EL. They come barreling in on Goodwin. Kicked out of there by Motiel. And do we get a call?
No, he's pointing for a goal kick. I personally thought there might have been a penalty kick there.
Wow, yes.
That girl got driven off the ball.
Motiel came flying back in, and that's going to do it, folks. And I'll tell you what, Nikki Motiel getting a great save there. She avoided the call, as you said. Ooh, that was a tough one, and that could have been a call. And then I was surprised that they awarded a goal kick and not a corner kick for Edward Little. But that'll do it in this one. North Academy girls team moved to 4-1 on the season. They continue their outstanding play, and Edward Little falls to 500 at 3-3.
Thornton's got a tough road ahead. They've got Bonnie Eagle, Lewiston, Master Basic, Stanford, Westbrook all coming up. Those are the points. These games are all right to win, but they need to pick up some points. Winning losses don't count in this league.
CTV 30 is proud to present Thornton Academy Soccer, and it's all made possible thanks to the following great businesses. The next time you go out to eat and you want great home-cooked food, a casual atmosphere, and fast, courteous service, nobody does it better than the Golden Rooster Restaurant. They feature a wide menu selection of breakfast, lunch, and dinner specials, as well as their own traditional Greek dishes and pastries. For great family dining, the Riziakis family invites you to try the Golden Rooster Restaurant at 236 Main Street, Saco.
Somebody nice who cares for you.
Benefit Savings Bank's friendly, knowledgeable loan staff will answer your questions about purchasing, refinancing, or an equity loan on your home. Call for an appointment to discuss your loan needs with Fran Anton, Pat Jordan, Elaine Friedman, Bob Crozier, or Sue Lessard.
Somebody nice, Biddeford Savings Bank.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
This fall's new and exciting hairstyles are being created today at His and Hers Hairstylists in Saco. Their large and talented staff of professional hairstylists are trained in all of the latest techniques. And with today's hectic schedules, they know not everyone can make an appointment, so walk-ins are welcome even on Mondays. Their variety of services, their location makes His and Hers Hairstylists the logical choice.
Good afternoon and welcome to Hills Stadium in Saco as we get set for playoff action in the Thornton Academy girls soccer team. Lady Trojans hosting the Portland Bulldogs. They come in ranked number 1, had the week bye, and sitting idle for quite some time now. Portland coming in after knocking off number 4 Sanford 2-0 last week. And a very wet, cold afternoon at Hills Stadium. Hello everybody, Jay Harper along with Jen Davis as we get set to bring you action between the Lady Trojans and the Lady Bulldogs. These two teams met just about 2-3 weeks ago, Columbus Day, and Portland getting the very big win for them, moved them way up in the rankings, knocking off the number 1 ranked Trojans 2-1, last-second overtime goal with only 30 seconds left. So Thornton has a little revenge on their side, and of course, this their first playoff game. They got to be a bit nervous today.
I've already talked to some of them, and they said that, yeah, they have the nerves going, but I think they're going to do fine. They're pumped up for this. I think since they lost to Portland before, they're more than ready to come back and get their revenge.
Now, as far as the weather goes, we've seen this a few times late in the season. Again, very, very cold today. A little bit rain falling. How will this affect the play?
We have to be careful on days like this because the ball will skip. They need to be ready to adjust if the ball gets through someone just because of the wet surface. But personally, I like playing on days like this. Anything can happen. It makes for an interesting game.
Of course, Coach Scott Nason dressing a lot of his JV and different players, a 24-man roster. And he may need a lot of his bench today with this type of weather. Could affect the players. Of course, headed balls will be extremely dangerous on a day like today.
That's right. It's not too cold, though, so hopefully that won't affect them too much.
Waiting now for our national anthem and a little small delay as we get set to go. Portland coming in on a very nice run. As we said, they got to the number 5 ranking, 10-4-2 total on the season with that one playoff win. And they won their last 4 games of the season, counting the playoff victory over Stanford. Been on a nice roll, and what they've been very good at this year is beating the high-ranked, good soccer programs. They've lost to some of the lesser teams they probably should have beaten, but they've been able to beat the Thornton Academies and the Sanfords throughout the season.
That's right. Portland's done a really good job this year of getting up for the big games. I think you're going to see their team to reckon with. I mean, you can't take them lightly.
And they had that 0-0 tie 4 weeks ago with Westbrook, 4 games ago, excuse me. They lost to South Portland, one of those games that they probably should have won, and they lost 3-0. They've knocked off Deering, a very good club. And earlier in the season, Thornton Academy did beat them 3-2, but that one that really helped them jump up in the rankings, they were hovering right around that 7-8 spot. The top 7 get into the playoffs in girls soccer this year, and that allowed Thornton Academy the 2-week bye pretty much. They hung out, haven't played a game now in a good 2 weeks, so that could be a factor for Coach Nason coming in, the jitters and inactivity on the field.
Definitely. That's always tough when you have a team that has to sit idle for a few weeks. I know he gave them a few days off. He scheduled a scrimmage in there, so they have played a game. So he's tried to keep their heads in it and keep them busy.
And of course, you look at Thornton Academy's roster. They look for the scoring from Ladakakis, but some of the keys defensively for them will be, of course, Nikki Votiel. She'll have to have a big game. Jen Bogus, the sophomore, has played well in the back, and these people are going to have to be strong defensively today.
Definitely, definitely. And Thornton also has their goalie, Amy Tebow, back, who's going hopefully to show them how good she is. She's been out for a little while because she broke her thumb, but she's back now, and hopefully she'll be good for them in the net.
Again, small delay. While we have this delay, we'll take a break. We're coming back with Thornton Academy girls playoff action on CTV 30. We're back after this. National anthem played by Don Lozier, once again on the trumpet. Wonderful job. And we're just about set now for playoff action between Thornton Academy and the Portland Bulldogs. Thornton coming in 11-2-1. Portland back 10-4-1. Number 1 against number 5. And this is the second round of the playoffs. Some of the leading scorers for Portland got to be looking for this afternoon. Brila Case, 9 goals on the season. Chris Moran, 8. Emily Christie, 6. And Kathy Bailey, 4. Their top goal scorers entering. Of course, Thornton Academy led by Jamie Ladakakis. I think it's 22 goals that Jamie finished up the regular season with. Portland in blue, Thornton Academy in the white and maroon. Thornton only their second year as a varsity program. Got the number 1 ranking this season in girls Western A, and now their first playoff game. And they got to be pumped and ready for this one. We'll see if any of the nervousness affects Thornton early going.
I think Thornton is really excited for this. They want people to know that even though it's only their second year as a varsity program, they should be listened to and they should be paid attention to. I know it's been tough for them this year. They haven't gotten a lot of the respect they deserve. They are definitely a good club.
And again, a lot of underclassmen on the roster and filtered through in the starting lineup for Coach Nason.
Which is always good because that's going to help him build a good team in the future. It's good that he can use them.
Portland sends it into the zone. Stevens tries to kick it out, goes off Portland's Emily Christie. It'll be a throw-in for Thornton Academy. Ladakakis sends it down the side. Kick up to midfield. Jill Corey gets it down, and Portland with a chance. Lynn Goodwin there to break it up, and pokes it up the side. Kept in by the Lady Bulldogs. Amanda Brewer there to head it.
You can definitely tell that the ground's wet. Thornton's not placing the ball very well just yet. You can see the ball slipping around.
Moteal now sends it down the left sideline. And a good boom out of there by Steph Neslin. Moteal misses and then restrikes it up for Saucier. And Saucier looking up for Ladakakis. Ladakakis with some room. Now she's blocked. Try it again. Kicks it in, it's poked back up in the middle. Back over for Saucier. Saucier broken up. And Goodwin with a good long kick down inside the zone.
That's a good ball too. She switched fields there, which is going to draw their defense. You're going to get the defense drawn over, and hopefully you can get an open man.
Mickey Moteal back to keep it in for Thornton. Trying to keep the pressure on. Opening moments, second round playoff action at Hill Stadium on a very cold, wet afternoon. Fortunately, the rain has held off for the most part. Said periods of heavy rain this afternoon, and so far we haven't gotten too much of that. Hopefully that will hold throughout the contest. Portland with a rush up the left side. Emily Christie, number 7, working, sends it back in the middle. Kick in on Thibault. Thibault makes the save. Haney will punt it up the field. A good block head in the middle by Kathy Bailey. Thornton gets it back up to Ladakakis. Ladakakis trying to send it across.
Just like that, you got to be ready for the ball to go through when it's wet like this. She could have been right on it.
Looking for Sherman, and Sherman couldn't quite get there. Broken up, and a chance for Portland. Moteal comes back in and makes the play along with Kerry Volia.
Ordinarily, on a play like that, Kerry could have passed the ball back to the goalie, but with the new rule, the goalie has to play it with her feet.
Portland with the first corner kick of the afternoon. Blocked in there by Bolia. She's trying to kick it up. Goes for Moteal. Moteal trying to run. She's got some room now. Kicks it a little too far ahead, but there's Sherman. Pokes it along the side.
Nice
for Canan.
passing right there. Very good passing by Thornton.
Courtney Canan just a little too far ahead. Portland able to get it back out of the zone. Back comes Portland. Emily Christie once again on that left side. Moteal able to kick it out. Gets it up for Ladakakis. She has Sherman on her left.
She has a lot of room. She's smart. She'll carry that ball for a while before she chips it in.
She's doing exactly that. A long shot in, up high, and a nice save.
Nice job. A good player can hold on to the ball and feel confident before she wants to let it go. Sometimes younger players will rush that and they'll kick it in and they will have plenty of time to have dribbled the ball.
Mary Dawson, goalkeeper for Portland, with a nice save. Could expect to see a few balls slip through the hands. Very wet afternoon. That ball is slippery. You'll see some skip bounces. Hopefully we'll have no cheap goals on the afternoon, but always a potential in this kind of weather. Broken up by Goodwin and gets it off for Courtney Canan. She tries to spin it off for Ladakakis. It's blocked in there by Demers. And again, Emily Christie streaking down the left side. Tries to cross it. There's Moteal, send it back out. Another crossing shot. A great save. Loose in the front. Shot, score!
That was an excellent cross. She on the left, Christie on the left wing, didn't give up. She came right back and crossed the ball right in.
Great save on the initial shot by Thibault, but the ball was left out in front for a rebound opportunity. I believe number 11, yes, Chris Moran.
She was standing there all alone in front of the net. No one had her. You have to always be aware where your man is. She did a good job.
Let's see if this pumps up the Lady Trojans. They've been able to bounce back a lot of times this year when they give up a goal. And that'll motivate them. Again, Emily Christie, great job on the left side. One cross, batted back out. She boomed it across, and that one almost scored. Thibault diving across the front of the net. Arms stretched out, made the nice save, but couldn't contain it. Of course, a wet ball might have had something to do with that. Left the rebound out in front, and there was Moran, and she gets her 9th goal of the season. Ties Brila Case now for the top scorer on the team. They both have 9 goals on the season, and Portland takes the 1-0 lead. Courtney Canan with some room. It's off the back of Jamie Ladakakis, and Portland able to boom it out. Goes down the far side. Christie going after it as long as Mickey Moteal comes over and strokes it up the side. Out of bounds will be a throw-in for Portland. Kelly Stevens kicks it off Christie. It'll be a throw-in for Thornton Academy. Got problems with the clock today and the PA system at Hill Stadium. Clock not working down below, so we're not sure of the time. And the PA system has been down. They're working on it now. Chance for Ladakakis with the ball coming through the middle. Bumped, knocked off it. Amanda Brewer there. Brewer trying to get it up, looking for Sherman. Then Goodwin keeping the ball in, keeping the pressure on Portland. Portland with only 1 shot on net so far. Out of bounds, it'll be a throw-in for Thornton. Amanda Brewer will take it.
Lynn Goodwin takes the long throw and a good toss in. There's Portland. Kick it out, give themselves some breathing room. Sarah Cooper trying to keep control. Back comes Portland. Nice pass up, looking for Christie again. And Kelly Stevens, a good job spinning on the ball and kicking it back out. Carrie Beaulieu bops it up, still loose in the middle. Good cross again, loose in the middle. Nikki Motiel able to run out with it.
Yeah, Nikki did a good job right there, being very aggressive right in front of the net. Excellent job. Christie has a good cross from the wing. They're going to have to stay right on her.
Another long kick in, and Thibault coming out. And again, that skipping ball, very